wanna find out who was naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Little tin horns, little toy drums, Rudy Toot Toot saying Mama Tom Toms. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh yeah! Curly head doll to cuddle and coo, elephant folks and a kitty crows too. Santa Claus is coming to town. The kids and girls and boys then will have a jubilee. They're gonna build and toil and town all around the Christmas tree. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Swing it, boys! You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming. He's a big fat man with a long white beard. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming. He is that ugly fat dude in the funky red suit. Okay, Santa.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear.
It's Erik Nagel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Erik Nagel, and that is me. 866-969-1969 is the phone number. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, Matt, Geek Stuff OG on the Twitter and the Instagram.
Hello, sir. How are you this evening?
I am doing good, and we're in for some stuff tonight.
I'm excited.
We've got a lot of stuff in studio. We got a lot of people in studio.
We do.
So hopefully we're gonna, not suck too much and maybe have a good time.
Oh, you.
Because there are people listening. There are people listening in this studio who we're going to get to in just a second.
In theory, they're listening.
I also want to welcome our friends, the Masters of None. They were back. When was it? August?
Yeah, something like that.
When you were in here with the first time with NECA Toys.
Yeah.
Doing. We went through a beer line there, which was amazing, and you're back with another one for the holiday and for the winter season.
Yeah, I've got some serious beers here.
I'm seeing a couple that I see a Blue Point there that I'm really interested in.
We got to start with our fine sponsors, Blue Point. Yeah.
So we'll get into them a little bit. Jay and Art are here, Masters of None on Twitter. Do you have your individual Twitters you want to give out to?
Yeah, we share them like our women.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
And I was tweeting about a special guest that I wasn't sure was going to come, but he did. Please welcome to the show, Gregg Opie Hughes.
Hey!
Well, it's the beer that got me out of the house.
Look, I'm not going to lie. I had to get something to get you in here.
I swear to you, though, because you've been asking me to do your show for months. I'm like, yeah. But then you said, the beer guys are going to be here. Is this beer really $15 a bottle?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
It's 17% alcohol, too.
Maybe I shouldn't ask yet? Or are you going to...
No, we're going to go down the line here.
Are you going to keep it all nice and organized?
We'll talk a topic, we'll drink some stuff, and also the consumer brought some stuff here that we're all going to try.
Aren't you the consumer?
Yes.
Do you change voices for that on your show?
No, I don't.
I like that you have an intro for your radio show. That was nice.
I can't just start cold out of the break.
Well, this is the first time I'm listening to your show. Even though I text him and go, hey, man, great show.
Not a surprise. He's got the alarms on his... 8:59. Text Eric, it was a good show.
That was a wonderful show, E-Rock.
Well, now you get to experience it.
I'd like to point out, too, you're using some of the same production bits you did from my show in, 1999.
Yes, because I made it for your show.
Really? You guys worked together?
We did. Jay and I worked at WLIR and Party 105 out on Long Island.
Was it a party all the time?
No. It was a broom closet, which you've experienced during September 11th.
Oh, that place.
That was the place.
What was Party 105 all about?
It's the dance station.
Yeah, it was
awful.
trying to be what's
Still there.
I guess in New York, KTU.
Okay.
But for the East End, for the Hamptons.
Why the hell were you guys there?
Because they were the only place that would hire us.
All right, let's drink beer.
All right. We'll get into some topics, I guess, in a second. We'll start with some beer here with Jay and Art. 866-969-1969 is the phone number.
What are some of the topics today?
Well, first we have some giveaways, because that usually gets the phones a-buzzing.
Okay.
Are you actually going to give anything away this week? That's
I
the
try
question.
to, but people, some people want it, some people don't. We're getting close to Christmas, and I'm sure you have kids that play video games. Disney Infinity is a big deal, and Disney was nice enough to send us some figures. I don't know which figures yet, but they're from Avengers, Big Hero 6, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice.
So we have a bunch of those to give away. Plus, our friends at Shout Factory gave us Mystery Science Theater 3000, the Thanksgiving box set. Nice metal tin. You guys saw it in the office there.
Nice.
It's great. Every time they put one of these out, it's because they got all the rights to these old movies that they could air on TV at the time, but they never thought ahead for syndication or box sets or whatever. So they get those cleared, they put them out, we give them to us, and we give them to you. Just that simple. Let's go over to Jay. What's our first beer that we're going to try tonight?
All right. Since first, I got to thank the store I work at, too, Beer World. We got 3 stores up in the Hudson Valley area.
We'll
They
dump that out.
hooked up some of the beers, and as did our fine friends at Blue Point. We've been sponsored by them for like 5 years now. So shout out to Blue Point. We figured we'd start off with they have a new variety pack that's out that's got the Rastafari Ale, which is a multi-award-winning beer from them. It's a nice rye, copper ale, and about 7%, and that's what you got first. Started off easy. We're starting off light and just kind of basic, but it's
got a good
nice
smell to it.
Nice nose of rye.
That's good.
Yeah, it's the first time it's been available like in 12-ounce
Well, it's got a
bottles.
there's a little spice to it.
Yeah, it's the rye.
No, there's something else in it, right?
It's like flowery.
It's a little, that's the hops, but
Is
yeah,
that
it's
yeah.
mostly the rye coming through there.
Well, now it hits you right. It's pretty easy going in, but then it gets really strong as you're.
Yeah, it's got a little bite at the end.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if that's my favorite.
I was going to say that this isn't my favorite of the, but we're just starting off.
Starting slow.
It's a little strong for my palate. I don't know.
It's fucking beer. Just enjoy it.
It's not Bud or Coors. I'm just saying.
Did you guys volatilize the esters and shake it around first before you sipped it?
No. Are you supposed to do fancy shit with beer? I didn't know.
Yeah, no need for that.
These are the sifter. These are the sifter plastic cups right here. That
Yeah, we got the 7-Eleven large coffees.
Yeah, right.
Coffee cups.
Or the free cups that SiriusXM provides.
Sure, that too.
That's what we do here.
Fancy
that one
schmancy.
isn't that bad. I'm still all year long. I will get the Blue Point Blueberry Ale.
That stuff rocks.
It's the best out of that line. I
Yeah,
think.
it's the toasted lager, and the rye are like the 3 favorites. Those, well, the 2 were in the variety pack beforehand, but now they got this one out. People who love this beer, people love this beer. They either love it or they're like, But
Right.
there isn't generally an in-between on it.
A while ago, you did a live event at Blue Point, and I came out to it. They had something that was on tap there, but I don't think they bottled. They do an oatmeal stout.
They do big bottles of it.
They do?
Yeah.
Is it in the stores, or you have to go down there and fill
No,
it up?
it should be in stores still. I think they're still making it.
All right,
We have
next
some in
time,
our store. I
Make
know
a
that.
note for that. I want to try the
You
oatmeal
got
stout
it.
again.
Let me write that down.
Thank you so much. So while you're looking at that, we have a nice assortment of treats here if you'd like to check out.
All right, why don't you be the chip bitch?
This one, I think, is my new favorite.
What is it?
It's from from Crunchers. It's kosher dill pickle chips.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I noticed you didn't bring in those shitty Pringles that I had at your.
Which ones?
Was it like sugar cookie? What were the ones I had at your house?
The new Pringles are cinnamon sugar, which
Yeah.
tastes like a churro, but go get a churro.
But
Why
like a
waste your
stale
time
churro.
with that? And because they were also tortilla chips, they weren't regular potato
okay.
chips.
All right.
But they also had the milk chocolate Pringles.
Oh right, yeah.
But all it is Pringles, and somebody dumped Nestle Quick powder on top of it.
They tasted like they were trying to be healthy. They tasted like hippies. Like it just was not delicious.
Is this a new beer?
Yeah.
Oh, because I wasn't done with my other one. Is that going to mess it up?
Party foul, Jay.
You have to speed it up.
Is that going to mess up the tasting? Or
Yeah, probably.
these are so good.
This is actually a power hour. Every minute we're gonna.
I've got 10, and we've only got an hour, so.
That's fine. Try those kosher dill
That's
chips.
some tasty shit right there. Can I have some chips too?
Yeah, pass to the
Are we going to
Oster.
open all of them?
Why not? What else we got?
I want to try the crab chips.
Those look pretty good too from Utz.
You know, next time
this
you should
chip-
open the chips early and put them out in nice little bowls. Your presentation skills are lacking tonight.
This chip right here.
Okay, fancy. You can come in and do nice decor next time.
I will.
Do you remember like the old school scratch and sniff stickers?
Right.
Yes.
Pickles right there. That's the taste is the smell of those stickers back. in
That's
the
a
day.
weird association.
Saying.
But, good
But when
for
he
you.
said it, it totally made sense.
See?
Right.
You get me.
People are loving this. Just people eating and
I know.
drinking.
But that's how you start
On the
off. You
radio.
start off slow and build big. Any of you
You
guys?
only have an hour, though.
It's called stretching.
I'm already panicking. Your show's half over already.
Oh, well. It's great when you have too much and not enough time to get to it all.
All right.
I assume a lot of you guys here were big, at one point, late night fans, I guess, growing up on Letterman or Carson and Leno. Do you follow what's going on with the Late Show with Craig Kilborn? Since he got passed up and Stephen Colbert is now taking Letterman's slot, he decided that he was done at the end of his contract and wasn't going to renew. So they brought in this other guy, James Corden, who's a British actor, jack of all trades kind of guy.
Yeah, he was on Broadway last year.
Singer, dancer. I
Couple
only know
episodes of Doctor Who.
That's what I'm going to say. That's the only way I know him. He was on 2 episodes of Doctor Who.
Yep.
But so he's a relatively unknown to the United States, but he just announced his crew and cast and everybody that he hired. Reggie Watts is his band leader.
What is this, Comedy Bang Bang?
Yeah.
The sequel?
Right. For those of you who don't know Reggie Watts, and Jay said, Comedy Bang Bang is on, is it FX?
I think it's IFC.
IFC?
Yeah.
It's a really weird show, but Reggie's one of those guys that just constantly samples his voice and makes his whole band out of one little machine, and then he sings over all the sounds he made and made a whole one-man band. He also opened for Conan when Conan was doing his Not Allowed on TV tour.
Yeah,
he was the
it's
opening
very
act at
unique.
Radio City. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So it's a weird trend now because Seth Meyers, who I don't think is doing very well at all at late night, has Fred Armisen as his band leader. So what's with the gimmick band leaders now? Why is
are you
this a
looking
big
at me?
thing?
I don't know.
He's the beer guy.
I know.
Clearly the expert.
Because no one gives a shit about the band.
Right. But
That's
why are they trying to make the focus on the band rather than the focus on the host and the show?
I
Right,
think they're
'cause
just
nobody
trying
knows
to
him.
inject something different into the band to make it stand out. Of course, everybody's doing it, so it defeats the purpose. But
Right.
I think he's right. No one cares about the band, so if you put someone odd in there, maybe they'll care about it. That's the only logical thing.
Did people really care when Craig Ferguson was taking over initially from Craig Kilborn? Because they knew Craig from Daily Show, the first Craig from Daily Show. And Craig Kilborn was a comic, but I don't know how big he was in the United States at that time. So, but they didn't do any gimmicks with the guy. They just put him on there and just said, do whatever you're going to do.
I guess I don't watch enough late night TV
Right.
to care one way or the other. so-
Exactly. Well, that's the whole thing is, does anyone care? Why are they doing the gimmicks? And does anyone care about these gimmicks?
Yeah.
Probably to try to get someone to care.
If you didn't bring it up, I wouldn't have known about it. So
Right.
my answer is I don't care.
Don't care. What do you think about Stephen Colbert taking over?
I'll be interested to see how he handles it. How he's going to transition from the character to Stephen Colbert, and how much of that's going to bleed through, how it's going to be received when he's not the Colbert Report guy.
Right.
So I'll tune in for that for a little bit just to see how it works.
He has some weird videos on YouTube where he's answering questions from fans in the audience, but there's no humor in it. It's just straight deadpan, like seriousness, and it's like this isn't the same guy.
Well, he's been the
I know he's been the
Report
Colbert
guy
character
forever. So,
but is this what we're going to get now with all these this serious stuff? It's just you're going to watch and go, this is nothing like
he'll
what I
crash
thought it
and
was.
burn if that's what he does.
He'll probably like the first couple episodes. If it's not, he's doing too well, he'll go back to the Colbert guy.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Running in, high fiving the audience, and
See, some of that stuff I think will bleed over no matter what, because that could just be high energy, shtick.
Yeah,
exactly.
But it's going to be the political spin that'll be the interesting bit, and what he does with that or doesn't do with that.
I mean, I'll go see it. It's a couple blocks away.
Sure.
I think he's still doing it at the Ed Sullivan Theater once Dave leaves.
I would assume so.
So let's get tickets and see how it goes.
All right, get tickets. I'll go.
I want to know why Adrian is drinking Bud Light when the beer guys brought in such great beer tonight. Eric.
Adrian, you want to answer that?
Yeah. Well, I stopped drinking Natty Light like 6 months ago.
Natty Light?
So you've improved.
Yeah.
It's an upgrade.
Yeah.
Oh, this is. He's
Baby
upgrading
steps.
his beer with Bud Light?
I guess so.
Budweiser.
Oh, just Budweiser.
Yeah.
Show some respect.
Why don't you try some of this new beer
Yeah, I
in
told him
here?
to come in and look. I went in there. I said, "Look, we're gonna have all this beer. Come in and grab a cup and have a sip." And he said, "No, I already sent the intern down to get me some Budweiser."
No, I do want to taste them, but I didn't want to come in right away in case you wanted me to queue up those songs you needed.
You did
But
have a
that's-
hard time running in here to steal the candy at the Halloween show.
Right, he
This
took the
is
whole
beer.
bowl and just for himself.
Do you have any,
You're wasted your money and your time, Adrian.
Do you have any Keystone Light you can?
Yeah, that's coming up next. Keystone Ice.
All right, Jim Cook, what do we got next? I'm thirsty over here.
All right, number 2. This is from Three Floyds Brewing out of Indiana. This is called Zombie Dust. This is according to Beer Advocate magazine and the people who post on there. You need a little more. This is the number 16 ranked beer in the world.
I was supposed to wait for you to intro it before I drank it.
No, I've been sipping it the whole time.
You had a
too,
mix anyway.
I think he's just nervous about the time element.
What the hell, man? Let's get going. There's 10 beers to go.
So this is basically a hoppy pale ale. I don't know. I think it's overhyped.
This one's not bad. This one is not as harsh as the Blue Point.
Yeah, it's kind of basic, but it's just super duper hard to get. Even super duper. Did I just say that?
Yes, because you're a grown man.
Yeah, but it's like nearly impossible to get even in Indiana. Like people like wait outside the store when the truck comes to just to get some of this.
Is it one of those beers that they put
Like
the
on
limit
Black
on?
Friday, or
Is it one of those beers they put the limit on that you can only buy a certain
like
amount
a
when you go in
case
the
or
store?
two, yeah, and they don't distribute it in New York at all. So
It's
I think
very-
that one from someone in Indiana.
It's very tasty.
Yeah, it's good. But
yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
that one.
Are we going to open
didn't
up
try
the
that one,
chips every
Yeah.
10 minutes, or...
I think I would say just dig in at this point.
I don't like the pacing of this show. I'm freaking out. So far, we've tried 2 out of the
this one's
15 beers, and there's 1 bag of chips open.
This is a
Someone
limited
call a
edition.
doctor.
These chips here are a limited edition from our friends at Cape Cod, which are amazing kettle chips. Asiago cheese and Italian herbs, and it smells amazing.
Let me try
those over
these.
there
Thank
to
you.
you.
Appreciate it.
Wow, that's like eating a pizza. That's good.
I don't know. Sometimes chips don't need to be this fancy. Do they need to be this fancy?
You can't just have a chip
Can't
anymore.
I
It's
just
got to have a
fucking,
million
like,
different
Ruffle
variations of
or
it.
a lay?
This is the chip version of band leaders now.
Matt, the
Yes, sir.
Sony hacking.
Yes. What about it?
There's been a lot more that's been going on over the week here. The latest have been those emails that some of those producers have put out to other people in the company, trashing Kevin Hart, Angelina Jolie,
Obama. I wasn't there, yeah.
What was the Obama email about?
It was something racist, of course. I don't remember the exact contents of it. Oh, he knows.
That he likes black movies.
There you go.
Right?
That could be fair.
Yeah.
Like
no, let's
Blanny.
go see the new
was.
Annie.
You wanted to see the new Annie?
Yeah.
Blanny. Yeah.
Blanny.
All right. Well, the latest news, besides the email, because I know they said that Angelina Jolie was a spoiled brat, or maybe worse.
It's like gossipy. It's like office gossip is what's getting leaked. It's almost silly.
That the next beer that we're going to get to is very strong.
Can I ask you something for real? So you got the Sony links, right?
Right.
In there, and Obama's in there. You think Obama has said some shit with his email?
I'm sure,
He
but
must.
you'll never see a government leak.
No, of course
Like
not.
That never happens.
We're all fooling each other, though. Everyone says shit in their email.
Everybody says shit in
Sony just got
everywhere.
hacked.
Right,
Yeah, Sony just got hacked, and we're all looking like, oh my God, can you believe they said that?
The producer who said the stuff about Angelina Jolie is the one that's producing Larry David's thing right now on Broadway.
Yeah.
And nobody's coming down on him for his comments.
it means nothing. I think everybody, you're right, everybody says something about everybody in every form of communication we have. Sony just has the spotlight on them right now. Nothing that they've said is that terrible either. I mean, yeah, okay, so-and-so is a brat. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Is Angelina Jolie really losing sleep over being called a brat?
And they said Kevin Hart was difficult because of financial matters, but the guy's hot right now. He knows he earns a certain amount. He knows what he's worth, so why shouldn't he ask for it? It's like
in
what's the
football,
big deal?
Free agent, you're going to go for the highest payday. So, is Sony still allowed? Are they able to do emails now? Because I heard that they had you could not do emails because
They shut their whole server down for a day, and then they did whatever re-encryption to it, and then put it back online.
Except
but then
that
I guess it got hacked again.
On Thursday, while the bunch of the office workers were working, they got that ominous message that popped up on the screen again saying, you have to listen to our demands or respond to some shit.
Who the fuck would ever use their email again? It's Sony.
Everybody get a Gmail account. They're
Well, it's
free.
good for us for Spider-Man fans because
Well, that's what I got right here. If you're not familiar with what's going on, Spider-Man is not. It's owned by Marvel, but the movie licensing and all that is owned
Sony.
by Sony.
Correct.
Just like X-Men is owned by 20th Century Fox.
Correct.
So Marvel and Disney can't do anything with these properties. And Marvel and Disney went to the table with Sony saying, hey, look, we'll work out a deal, some kind of partnership to let us take Spider-Man, because you tried it twice, and they've... How do you
You keep
not make
failing.
money on Spider-Man?
Right.
They've lost money every time.
Do you know why Disney? I mean, if you read the context of that email and you read some of the interviews and stuff, the reason Disney said no is because Sony wanted to retain creative control, and Disney was like, "Why would we give you fucking creative control? You keep failing at
So we're
this."
going to pay for you to make a movie, and that's not the way that it's going to work, and how Disney wants to do it. So because of all of this. Now, if you're not familiar with how Sony works, Sony doesn't make a lot of its money from the electronics or its entertainment division. Sony makes the most of its money from being an insurance company in Europe and Asia. Yeah, I know. Who knew that? Right? But all their money is coming from that. So the electronics division makes a good portion of it, but it's not anything that would, change the mind of the company. So the head of Sony comes down to the entertainment division and says, you're going back to the table and you're going to talk with Marvel and Disney again. So now there's a chance that Disney and Marvel can get this pennies on the dollar everything back from Spider-Man, and they're already looking to work it into Captain America Civil War.
That'd be sweet, yeah.
Even if it's just the last 30 seconds of the movie to tease into like Avengers something.
Spider-Man's a big player in the Civil War storyline in the comic books, even though they say they're going to stray from that story. If they
got it back tomorrow, they'd rewrite the whole thing right away.
They've already said they'd recast Andrew Garfield as well. So they would just restart from scratch.
Why is that a problem to people? Why are people online pissed about that?
I actually think he's a good Peter Parker. I have no problem with Andrew Garfield. I think he's just in a shitty product.
Okay, fair enough. I thought he's not as whiny and emo as Tobey Maguire was, but I didn't really feel him as Spider-Man either. And I think maybe it's because I hated the second one because Jamie Foxx was in it.
I just want to interject. This beer smells delicious, whatever the third one is.
You know what this next one is?
What is this one here?
This one's like soda or something. Yeah. Soda and beer together.
This one, let's see if anybody can actually place what it's supposed to taste like.
Is it chocolatey?
It's definitely chocolate in there.
I kind of taste like chocolate Italian ice is what I'm getting.
Yeah, you're on the right track. This is Duclaw's Dirty Little Freak.
All right.
It's supposed to taste like a Samoa Girl Scout cookie. It's a chocolate, caramel, coconut, brown ale.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
DeClaw's was the beer I brought up. That's Sweet Baby Jesus, I think it was called. The one that tastes like chocolate and peanut butter mixed together.
Right.
And we actually found a good use for it if you put a little whipped cream into it and shake it up.
Of course.
Amazing.
That would make a good barbecue sauce, probably.
Chocolate and peanut butter?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I will try it if you make it, but
Peanut butter's good on a burger. If you put some peanut butter on a burger.
What do you mean it'll make a good barbecue sauce?
Use it as a base for a barbecue sauce.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I make barbecue sauce out of root beer.
Do you?
Yeah. So yeah, you could just use the beer as the liquid component. I think that would actually be pretty tasty.
Put some thyme in there.
Yeah. Something.
Saffron.
I don't know about all that, but saffron.
So to finish this up here, this looks pretty good for Marvel fans, comic book fans in general, that if Sony agrees to...
I don't think it's going to happen.
They may they could just say, we'll give you the part of the merchandising or something like that, and Disney's eventually going to get this.
I don't think it's actually
too close
gonna
now.
I don't think they would rewrite the script because Jay and I and Mike were on Masters of None. We were talking about the Avengers movie and Avengers 2. Everybody knows, except for Spider-Man, who's everybody's secret identity in the Avengers. Sure. So it's like that whole part of the Civil War comic book can't really be infused into the book.
They've already said that it's not going to be about secret identities. It's going to be about registration.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to identify yourself. That's what they're going to do with the movies. But they could easily work Spider-Man into that.
I'd love to. And I think Garfield would fit in perfectly with that.
Now, if only someone can hack Fox and we can get X-Men away.
Fox will never let go of X-Men. They're too profitable. They do very well with those movies.
The X-Men movies aren't bad.
And now they have Deadpool,
those
X-Force on the
origin ones
horizon.
aren't,
You'll never lose it.
Deadpool's going to be PG-13 though. It's not R.
Did they confirm that?
I heard that they.
Oh, I didn't. I hadn't read that.
Because they got to make the toys and everything for kids.
Then don't make that movie. That movie has to be.
It has to be all right.
But that's all they think about is that how do we get kids and teenagers into this thing? They won't do the R superhero movie with something as widely accepted as Deadpool.
They have to do Deadpool R.
I know they have to, but they're not.
He's
going
a saucy character.
Do you guys get laid? Wow, I feel like I'm in another country or something. What language is this?
Who needs more beer?
It's pop culture, sir.
I'm finishing this delicious one, but I'll take another one.
This beer is very good, by the way. I like the chocolate thing.
This guy on the phone here may share the same thoughts as Opie here. Rob in Indiana. Robbie,
help me out.
Hey, Mr. Nagel, like your show.
Thank you, sir.
I don't have time to spend all day on the interwebs looking for nerd stuff, but you guys keep me well informed on that.
Well, thank you, sir. We try.
I was out Christmas shopping. I got back in the car. I hear you guys in there drinking beers, eating chips. You guys are killing me out here.
Is it not well spent, your subscription here?
Oh, it's awesome. It's the only station I listen to.
Well, good. I'm happy to provide a nice service for you, sir. Here's me trying another dill chip.
Speaking of chips, can
How
we
did
open
you
up
guys
another
get over
bag?
here?
Or?
Go right ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Rob, you sound like a nice guy. Let me do something nice for you.
I think Rob may have had a question there at some point, but your chewing overpowered
No,
him.
he just wanted to yell at us for eating chips and drinking beer.
Oh, is that it?
That's what it says on the screen.
Did you have a question, Rob?
I was just wondering how you guys got Opie to come in there on and off.
Free beer, sir.
That works.
Bud Light.
I enjoy a good craft beer.
Rob, let me do something nice for you if I can, since it is the holidays. Do you have kids?
I do not.
You do not. Okay, then skip the Disney thing. I'll give you a copy of the new box set from Mystery Science Theater 3000 and Shout Factory.
Hey, that would be wonderful. Thank you, sir.
All right, I'm going to put you on hold. Rob on line 3 gets the Mystery Science Theater box set there.
Are these chips just barbecue? What are these chips?
It's a different variant
Southern
of barbecue.
style,
All barbecue
sweet
tastes like
something.
barbecue.
I was going to say, it just tastes like regular barbecue to me. After the Asiago cheese.
Those are the
I
Goats
like that
chips,
one.
right?
Peanut butter and root beer barbecue.
That's my buddy Mike, by the way. We didn't introduce him. Mike and I go way back to, elementary school, junior high?
Way back when.
Way back when. He's also a former Marine, so take your shots at him and see how it goes. On the way here, Mike and Matt and I were talking about, we were listening to 90s on 9, and we were talking about how the 90s on 9 channel, if you listen to it, doesn't have a good flow. It doesn't mix well, where you'll hear like... Two Princes by the Spin Doctors, and then it goes into R. Kelly Bump and Grind, and then there's no flow or like you go from a fast paced song to a slow paced song, and they're just throwing anything against the wall and hope it sticks there. But we were talking about the fact that a lot of these songs that maybe you liked in the 90s and didn't like in the 90s, I guess it could apply to any generation, but for us, the 90s. There's some of these things that you listen to back then. You go, I can't stand, Alice in Chains, or I can't stand Collective Soul. I didn't like this song. But we're so far detached from it now. If you throw the channel on, all the songs are there. You think everything is good. Like this. If this comes on here, it was good for a while, then it got overplayed, and it was annoying. But then you start singing along to this and go, what the fuck is wrong with me? What were some of the other songs we were talking about?
Right Said Fred, Too Sexy came on after Spin Doctors,
right.
I think, right?
Go to Right Said Fred.
I'm too sexy.
How awkward was that with you two driving together?
Yeah, it was a little odd. Little odd.
All three of us.
Guys listening to this.
Just three straight guys listening to Right Said Fred.
And then
It got even more awkward when Eric turned the radio up.
Bobbing like Night at the Roxbury, having a good time on the Helix, looking at the
You
at
with
the
your
traffic.
mesh shirt. It was sexy.
It
I'm not
was.
gonna lie.
But a lot of these songs that, did you listen to Right Said Fred in the 90s?
I still don't listen to Right Said Fred now. But I guess I would kind of leave it on maybe. It's some weird nostalgia factor that kicks in.
Right.
I'd rather go with Better Than Ezra or Tonic or Collective
Go
Soul.
play some Better Than Ezra.
This is a good song.
This is the only song. They had one or two after that didn't chart very well.
No, this is what we learned on the drive over here. Better Than Ezra has a best of album with 16 tracks on it.
It's 8 tracks from both CDs.
Sure.
But they did remember when they did Schoolhouse Rocks?
Yeah,
the alternative version of the update had Better Than Ezra, I think, doing Conjunction Junction.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, Better Than Ezra, I know the name, but then you can't think of another song. Oh, well.
Is that it?
No, there was some of the other ones. Eve 6,
we said.
the Heart in a Blender song.
Heart in a Blender.
Inside Out, right?
Inside Out is the name of that one, yeah.
And then they had the other one that was just a big prom song for no reason.
Yeah, and it came out like a couple years later, didn't it?
Here's to the Night, right. It came out like a year or two later, but then this was the end to every kind of teen movie.
Right.
Proms were having it as their closing song until Semisonic's Closing Time came around, and then that switched out. But this dumb song. And they're all just, tatted up, and they're looking kind of, trying to be West Coast manly, I guess. And
here's me geek interjecting again, but Eve 6, I think, is an X-Files reference.
Is it?
Yeah, if someone out there
turn
can
it down a
confirm
little
that,
bit.
but I believe it is an X-Files reference.
I think that's right.
Yeah, right?
It's an X-Files thing?
I believe so.
Little
I
pop
kind
culture there
of
for you.
I stopped watching X-Files after like season 2, I think, but
What is this, by the way?
delicious.
The next beer.
Keep this playing while we're drinking.
This is Troegs Mad Elf. This is their
Bring it down a little more, Adrian.
holiday Christmas beer they put out every year. It's got honey and cherries in it. It's 11% alcohol.
This smells great. What is it called?
Mad Elf.
Mad Elf.
I enjoy the honey.
Troegs out of Pennsylvania.
You do
Enjoy the
smell
honey.
a lot of fruit in this.
Yeah. This is too sweet for me. I don't dig this one.
Can I have more than a shot of beer at a time, please? Can I just grab
would
one of
drink-
these beers that you haven't opened up yet?
This is one of those girl
Thank
drinks
you.
I would drink all the time. This Mad Elf is pretty good.
I like anything. I like mead
good.
and like honey bourbon and honey whiskey and stuff like that. So anything with honey, I'm sold normally. This is it's pretty tasty.
This
Does
is
anyone have an EpiPen, though? I'm allergic to cherries.
Are you really?
Yeah, for real.
Oh no! I can
Any
punch you in the
Benadryl?
heart.
The night just keeps on getting worse for him.
Chips aren't open. Nobody's pouring me beer. Now he's
so there you go.
dying.
You can't sit on the couch.
X-Files episode, by the way. The update on that. Did you hear that? It was an X-Files episode, Eric?
Yes.
Eve 6? Okay.
What else did we listen to?
Dishwalla?
No, you were talking.
Dishwalla.
You were talking. Counting Blue Cars.
Very good.
That's
There
the
you
only
go.
song they had, I think. But weren't they like a Christian band? Weren't they like a religious thing?
I think so.
That's why
think
once
so.
everybody found that out, then they just ditched them. Like DC.
that was Jars of Clay you're thinking of.
Jars of Clay.
Jars of Clay.
Yes.
Yeah. That was the band
Yeah,
that
did
everyone
radio in
ditched.
the 90s.
And Creed, right? That was a Christian band too. That guy's in the news, all sorts of craziness.
Yeah.
Every week. What did I read this? Was he a CIA agent now or some shit?
Get the kids, take them away.
That guy's fucked
Really?
up.
He's texting
Yeah.
his wife. He's texting his wife like, "Get the kids, take them to Florida.
Hey,
we gotta
bring
go."
it down a little more.
Yeah, he thought he was being watched by the CIA or was in.
Oh, that I remember he was being watched about it, but I didn't know. Jesus Christ, that poor guy.
That guy has lost his fucking mind.
If they still did celebrity boxing, it should be him and the guy from Live.
Yes.
Wow, live. What
Live.
happened to them?
They went to I want to say they went to Penn State, right? My friend Sean, his older brother, beat the shit out of the lead singer from Live at an event they did
Is
at
that
the
why he cut
college.
his hair off?
I don't know. This is before they were live.
right.
They were still playing college gigs. And the guy mouthed off, and my buddy's brother is an army grunt and just didn't want to deal with it. Went over, grabbed him by the hair, and punched him in the face.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's his big story. Every time we see him when he gets
I punched
hammered.
the guy from
he goes,
Live?
Did I ever tell you about the time I beat up the guy from Live?
Good for him.
Everyone's got a story, and that's
Sure.
his. Good for him.
Good for him.
But anyway, check out 90s on 9 if you can. And if you write down a couple of songs, the mixes just don't make any sense.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, I guess. It's supposed to be all 90s, but the 90s, I mean, I guess like every other, there's so many different genres of music mashed into that decade. That
Right, but they
depending on
should
what
have
your
a better
tastes
way
are.
of segging it out.
Yeah, well, or either that or, play a couple of blocks of one genre or something like that. Give me a rock block.
Just listen to Lithium. What are you
There
guys
you go.
doing?
I like
do.
Lithium. Lithium
But
is a good
sometimes,
station.
look, Lithium's
Every
got
song
a
you
small
just mentioned
playlist
is
too.
on Lithium.
Some of the Lithium is
Listen,
good,
this
but
was
the
an Eric's
playlist.
car, so what he plays, I'm not in control of.
Although we were on the 90s for a while and the pad data wasn't changing, and it
was
kept
not.
saying LFO, Girl on TV, or something like
Yeah.
that for 5 songs. So they got a lot of hits. The other channel we were talking about that was really good, and this was before Matt got there, we listened to 40s on 4. You ever throw that channel on?
No, I don't even know what's on that channel.
It's awesome.
Pretty much what it
If you
sounds
want,
like.
if you're driving for a while and you just want something kind of mellow and to zone out, you put on 40s on 4. It's very relaxing.
It's the greatest channel because all the songs were about finger popping. You'll see.
Do we have an example, something we can play?
I don't know them by name, but every song you can tell that that they romanticize finger popping. Trust me on that one.
They're all about hitting your wife.
They hadn't gotten to the ass sex yet. That's in the later generation.
No, you got to start with finger popping
Right,
in the 40s, and
That's
then
50s on 5.
somewhere around the 60s. Then it was all about ass sex
All right, fair enough.
as everyone moved forward. This $15 bottle of beer is awesome.
Yeah, this
What is this one here?
All right, the next one up is Mikkeller, or Mikkeller as some say. He's a brewer out of Norway.
Oh, this is really good.
This is called Beer Geek Brunch Weasel. It's an imperial oatmeal stout brewed with coffee. It's about 10.9%. And now that you've all tried it, it's made with the coffee that the civets eat and then shit out, and then they make the coffee.
Oh, nice.
That's expensive stuff.
Nice.
That's why it's $15 a
civet?
bottle.
Civets
It's
or
like a
whatever.
weird little like weaselly. That's why it's
okay.
called Beer Geek Brunch Weasel.
Yeah, right on. I like it.
That is such a
That's super expensive beer. Yeah, that
They had a
Shit brew.
They eat the coffee beans
What
and they
makes
shit
it
them
so
out.
expensive?
Probably the fact that all the
That
coffee
the fact
beans have
that
to be
that's an
shit out of an animal.
I was going to say that it's an endangered species.
Yeah, that and it's
Shitting
imported.
out your coffee.
I'm not a
And,
big coffee fan, but this one's pretty good.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is like a highly rated beer as well. Would you like a little more?
It's
of
the cost of the labor of following the weasel around, waiting it for
You have to trap them and. Ugh.
That's got to be a miserable job.
Well, it's very profitable.
Clearly.
Breaking news: I actually got more than 2 ounces of beer in my cup.
Nice.
Well, we could cut off Matt and Art if you want.
Yeah,
Three of us can drink.
Side note, Dwayne Johnson, did you see that he's tweeting about Black Adam?
I did not, but I'm not surprised.
For those of you who don't know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson,
that's right,
is going to be Black Adam when
in the Shazam movie
when they put out Shazam.
Is that like Black Annie?
But that's 4.
No. Oh.
This is going to be more entertaining. That's 4 years away, though.
Scorpion King. It's almost the same role.
Right. It's 4 years away. So who gives a shit?
Maybe he's excited about it. Maybe there's going to be some new casting.
He's got a lot of projects coming out too.
He's a busy man. He's not wrestling anymore.
He's taping that show
Obviously.
Ballers
What
for
the fuck is
HBO.
that?
It's like Entourage, but for sports.
Like
he's a sports agent or something like that. Believable.
So. Okay, all right. I was confused for a moment.
And then he has some other show
people
now
watch
where
it? Is
he's
it-
helping people out.
Yeah, on DIY or Home Network or some show.
Something.
It's right after the Vanilla Ice Amish show.
He was tweeting out something with him and Dana White. You know, they're helping out, I guess underprivileged youths or something. But so he has that, and he has Ballers, and now he's Shazam. But he's gonna have like
He's not Shazam,
4 or
he's
5
Black
other.
Adam.
Sorry, he's gonna be Black Adam, but he's gonna have like 4 or 5 other roles before 2018. So
DC's
who gives a
probably
shit?
telling
To tweet this out?
To tweet this out because they need to pretty much get on the level they're not going to with Marvel. Anything that DC can possibly do, it's like, hey, this movie's come out in 16 years, but start promoting it
Start
right
from now. Yeah. I'm sorry, I have to interject. What is this one? Because
All
it
right.
tastes something about it is medicinal.
Wow,
to
this
me.
is weird.
Yeah, this is another $15 12-ounce beer. This is Avery Brewing out of Colorado. This is their Rumpkin. This is one of their fall beers they put out every year. 16.7% alcohol.
It's fizzy.
Eric almost spit it out.
It's medicinal and potato chippy.
This is an ale brewed with pumpkin and spices and aged in rum barrels. That's
You know what
the
also
Rumpkin.
doesn't help? If you got like dry lips and there's a crack, and then
It's
you
gonna
drank
burn
it,
you.
it's burning.
That's the
It's gonna
medicinal
get you.
part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
I know.
This is like what's in the cooling station in Epcot? You'll know this, Eric. The Beverly. It's that Italian soda that you trick other people into drinking because it tastes like
so
shit.
horrible. Yeah. That's in Coke World, right?
Yeah, it's in Coke World. Yeah.
See, this is real pumpkin flavoring, right?
Yeah, it's got some real
That's-
pumpkin in there.
it's horrible.
And a lot of rum.
I
A
know
lot of
it's an
rum flavor.
expensive beer, really.
Yeah, it's 16.7%. And again, anything barrel aged is usually going to be expensive. 'Cause
Pass next.
I don't hate it. It's just
it takes a little getting
odd.
used to. If you
It's
like rum,
odd.
it's almost like a rum cocktail.
Yeah.
Your beer facts annoy me.
Very
Next.
sweet.
Next. What? Oh, you have it up here. I want to show Ope this because
All
this is something
Am
for
I
the
going to
guy.
play the whole thing? It's like 2.5 minutes.
No, we'll skim through a little bit, but
right.
this is something for the guy who has everything and you can't buy him anything. He doesn't have this. Adrian showed me this earlier. There's this thing called Pyro.
Right.
Bring it up here.
And
Which-
it's
We'll let it explain what
All
it
right,
does
all right.
here. Does he tell it right in the beginning or is it at the end?
I think it's all showy. In the
Go
beginning.
large on the screen there.
Sorry.
This guy makes it over dramatic for no reason. But what he's doing here is he's putting on some kind of bracelet thing.
There you go.
There it is.
He's shooting fireballs from his wrist.
Wow, I like that.
It's $175. Is that what we said, Adrian?
Yeah.
$175. Apparently, you only get 4 charges, though.
Right, and then you
With
got to
it.
refill it.
Yeah, so.
But it's to fulfill the fantasy if you ever wanted to be a superhero. It kind of shoots out of your wrist like Spider-Man's webs.
Or a pyromaniac.
Right. But shoots for, what is it, 10 feet, 4 charges. Oh, wait.
This is Pyro.
Is that legal?
It can't be.
How is that legal?
I mean, maybe in some of those weird Midwestern states where everything is kind of
Four
legal,
barrels
but.
allows you to shoot
Here.
4 fireballs at any time you choose remotely from 30 feet away if you want.
He's shooting the fireballs from his hands.
Can I walk around the city with that thing?
Why not?
Dress up like Pyro.
I'm just, all I can think is that there's just going to be a lot of dumb people getting arrested for this.
Anytime you want.
Wait, go back again, because that's key to what he said. This is where the government's going to crack down on it now. Keep going back a little more. Right there. Listen to what he says here.
It's sleek. It's black. It fits under your sleeve undetectable and allows you at any time you want to shoot fireballs at will.
Undetectable.
Sucks to be Will.
So that alone, just promoting that it's undetectable, and you're shooting fire now the government's going to crack down right on this thing and say this is going to be illegal.
I want that and a jetpack together. I'll be a supervillain.
You could be a supervillain.
Hell yeah.
And you can get jetpacks.
Do you want the old jetpack like the Rocketeer?
Yeah.
Where it burns your legs at first?
I just saw on Facebook that they're real now, so...
Yeah, there have been a couple of versions you can buy now. I mean, they're expensive, clearly, but $175. There's nothing legal about this thing.
No,
and all I see is just a bunch of idiots lighting themselves or their families on fire. Like that's the only thing I see coming out of this.
And all the police and the military are going to worry about is if there's a crowd or the parader going by, and then shoot right out. You're shooting at some political figure or religious figure, and then all shit goes down.
It'll be good at like Burning Man or like those hippie festivals.
It's going to be popular until it blows up on somebody's hand.
Right. Or if you're at the bar and you're kind of hammered and you want to try to show off and like, oh, light your cigarette and torch the girl's face. She's screaming.
Every neighborhood needs a guy with a black nub.
Right. You know. So would you buy this if this comes out? I'm saying yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure everybody else here is yes, right?
I mean, my kid would love me. I won't tell him. I'll just start doing it, man.
You see that garbage can?
Right. Fuck timeouts. Let me show you what's going to happen next.
I like the description. This is not a toy. This is a badass professional device. Is the description on the video?
Now the other part,
you don't know much about this. Like how do you purchase it?
This just came out, and that's where it only
on
links,
a website or
it only
anything?
links to this guy's site, Adam Wilbur.
It's from The Illusionist with an E. It's the name of the company, I think.
ELLUSIONIST.
Which led us to believe that this probably isn't real.
Well, they're selling it. You can. I was checking it out before.
He has it on the site.
Yeah, they're sold out right now, but you can get on. I think they get shipped in this December
Right.
17th.
Which means you put it up in your shop and just don't make it available.
Oh, it's a whole magic website. It's a whole magic website. This is starting to become
right. So this is when as we're watching the trailer, like this is awesome. Is it true? And then it only links to this guy's thing. And we're like, okay, maybe he's still, he just got this out of the gate here. Maybe he's looking for a sponsor or a seller or some distributor. And it goes to this illusion site where you can also buy his magic tricks.
He's selling fireball launchers and playing cards. This cannot be legit. This suddenly just went downhill for me.
I want this to be real so bad just to see the news stories for this.
It's not real.
Probably
It cannot be. Expected ship date December 17th. Order yours now.
Just in time for Christmas.
You see that quote? Pyro is straight out of a Marvel movie.
No, it's not.
Who quoted it? Him?
Gianni Vox, whoever the fuck that is. Probably another magician.
That's his pet monkey.
If you're on the store there, it says sell out. It says it's sold out, or can you order? Does it say coming in? You can order at another date.
I'm just trying to.
You can add to the wish list in case you want to buy other shit from him.
However, more units are on their way. You could add it to your cart today.
Where's the cart?
I don't fucking know.
Do they not even have it on the site?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, I'm sure if I search, I'm not searching the entire site right now, Eric. Would you like me to search the entire site?
No, I want to buy it.
Put me in for one and the fake dog duty.
And a fake dog duty. All right. Well, how about some trick playing cards? Would you like some trick playing cards?
Those two.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye on this because I definitely want this thing very, very bad. Because you can then shoot drones.
I want to read this guy's
I
testimonial.
just want to shoot drones in the park. People spend thousands of dollars on those drones, and you.
This guy here, Jabrizi Taylor. I want to read his testimonial.
Breezy.
Oh wow! I just can't believe this is legit.
Wait, to say it uses it uses AAA batteries.
Is that what it says? AAA batteries. 2 AAA batteries and a watch battery.
Watch battery. Not supplied.
Batteries not included.
Let's see. One bundle of flash cotton,
flash paper, and a
pad of 40. Wait, stop. Pad of 40 small pre-cut sheets.
Yeah, this more and
They'll
more.
spell out
Do
his
you have any
name.
magicians out there listening? If you're a magician out there or an illusionist, call in and let us know if you know about Pyro and what it is. But it seems like it's a bunch of hooey. Dare I
it does
say?
look like that. Damn it! I wanted that to be real.
This beer is starting to get heavier and heavier.
Yeah, it does.
I think it ends with molasses or something.
We're mixing it up after this one.
What is this one here?
So this is the number 40 beer in the world. This is Goose Island's Bourbon County Barley Wine.
Ooh.
This is 12.2%. Super hard to get. They put it out every year on Black Friday. They put out a Bourbon County Stout, barley wine. They usually have some sort of rye. This year they had a vanilla rye and a coffee stout. This is the barley wine. Aged in whiskey barrels.
I got a real question for you. Why do they put out beers that are hard to get? If it's a good beer, why not make it easy to find?
Part of it is demand. Part of it is the breweries are super tiny. Like when we get to the Heady Topper, which is coming up shortly, it's just a tiny brewery in Vermont, and they just can't make enough. And I think part of it is they like to keep it small because it makes it super hard to get, and everyone's talking about it. Trying
why
to get all
make
the time.
money? Fuck it.
It becomes collectible at that point.
Is it? Are they taking a page out of like the toy producers and all that? Like
Sneakers.
you'll have a whole line, but only one thing in the line will have maybe 20
it's like the
made.
chase
It's
figure.
the chase figure of.
But I mean,
yeah.
in the case of like the Bourbon County, there's only so many whiskey barrels out there that they're going to be able to get, and then they sit in the barrel for like 6 months to a year, some up to like 2, 3, 4 years. So I mean, there's only so much of it to go around. So, and then now there's so many people drinking craft beer. There's so many new stores and bars now. Like this Bourbon County stuff, we got like a pallet of it at our store last year. This year we got like 14 cases. So it's just the demand is going through the roof, and I guess they only got so many whiskey barrels to use.
It smells like sweet potato pie.
Domino, 90s.
Yeah, definitely smells sweet.
Put that on.
I'm that guy. You're so fly. Gotta get a piece of that sweet potato pie. I'm that guy.
That's a great pull.
That's what it tastes like. Sweet potato pie, or smells like sweet potato pie.
That's awesome. Do you participate with you've seen those websites where people are trading beer?
Yeah,
Like
they
from,
do that on Beer
regions
Advocate
and all that, yeah.
On Beer Advocate, they do it. I've done it a little bit. It's a pain in the ass just to try and pack like a box full of beer. You got to cram so much shit in there, and you got to kind of like go to UPS and just mark it as like live yeast samples so
Medicine.
that they'll mail it.
Yeah.
Or collectible bottles.
I just stamp media on everything because it's the cheapest postage to use.
Yeah.
Jay, let me ask you: have you ever tried making your own?
Yeah,
at home
I hate
or
it.
at-
I suck at it. I hate it, and I won't do it. And I
actually-
have access to the best beer in the world. Why am I going to try and make some beer of my own?
I actually
Stupid.
went to a place. It was somewhere in New Jersey. I think it was in Freehold, New Jersey, where
Yeah, you go to the place and make it there,
yourself.
and you come
it
back
actually
and
wasn't
bottle it.
bad. You come back
Yeah.
like whatever. Couple
Oh, you
weeks
go to
later,
build the beer.
bottle it.
Build the beer.
No, seriously.
Hey, Rock.
You get a recipe book. Good on you. Yeah, it was cool. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's cool, but you have to be so like precise and so sanitary. Everything's got to be 100% like super clean. And I'm like at home with like my soup pot and wooden spoon with
Right.
all nicks and dirty food on it.
I
Trying to
made
make beer.
mead in my bathtub once. It was pretty good.
Yeah, did it have extra pubes in it?
That was the secret ingredient.
Nice.
It was elder pube.
Nice.
While you make, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think I'm getting fucked up.
Nice.
I didn't realize the alcohol content in this shit.
Yeah.
Well, 10 beers in an hour or less.
While Jay makes the
I'm only
next
getting 2
concoction.
ounces every time. What the hell?
While Jay makes the next concoction here, let's listen to the soothing, uplifting tones of Domino and Sweet Potato Pie. We're right at the hook.
Do you have any commercial breaks here?
It's
Not with an hour.
Who cares? That's a good pull.
We're
That's
going to go back to our light,
Was he a
our
one-hit
light
wonder
classes
too?
from the
No, he
beginning.
had that
Yeah.
in Ghetto Jam.
Ghetto Jam? I don't know Ghetto Jam.
1, 2, 3. Here comes the
Bring that down. Find Ghetto Jam if you can. We were talking about also with the 90s music. Matt, if you can just on the YouTube there, do MTV Sinatra.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Back in the 90s, they had these bumpers that was a comedian named Toby Huss who used to do a Frank Sinatra character, but they couldn't call him Sinatra, so they just call him the chairman or chairman of the board. And he used to do these bumpers of alternative and hip-hop music. Which ones we got
Well,
there?
I actually have 2 Princes because we were talking about it earlier, but I have the Snoop Dogg one, Insane in the Brain, which is actually pretty funny.
Do Snoop Dogg first.
Snoop Dogg, sure.
If you remember this, if you were a child of the 90s. Oh.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He was like Richard Cheese before Richard Cheese.
Right.
The bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Snoop Dogg in the mother grabbing. Hi-yo.
Mother grabbing.
Look, he spits out his whiskey.
Hi-yos. That's silly the way he says that. MTV keeps you plugged in.
And it was just these
Vegas
dumb
Vacation
bumpers.
guy.
This
Love
is
it.
when MTV cared. It's not when they played music. It's when they cared about what was going on the
It was
channel.
before the real world happened and all the other reality programming that MTV has become. Before MTV2 and all that shit.
That's Sweet Potato Pie there, Adrian.
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't know why we're
All right, you
playing
ready for your
that.
next beer? I got to cram these in before we're done.
Yeah,
there.
what do we got?
Oh, we got
All right.
time.
This one's foamy.
This is Ghetto Jam?
Yep.
Yep. Oh, yeah, this is going.
I remember this
I don't
one.
know this
Oh.
one. While we're at it, let's play Young Black Teenagers Tap the Bottle.
Nice. DJ Scribble is in that group.
Oh, yeah. There's
This beer's
credibility.
good, man. What is it?
All right, this next one we're
Oh, it's
switching over.
foamy.
Yeah, we're switching over to some IPAs now. This is another one of those super tiny breweries from Vermont, but this guy is actually expanding now.
Does this
'cause
have
now,
citrus?
It probably
Grapefruit.
has citra hops in it.
That's what I taste, grapefruit.
But this is Lawson's finest liquid. It's called Sip of Sunshine. Another beer you can't get in New York. But this is the number 57 beer in the world, according to Beer Advocate. About 8%. And but like you said, some breweries want to stay small. This guy is starting to brew now in Connecticut at like a bigger brewery.
Right.
Whether he actually goes there and does it is always a controversial point. They call it contract brewing. Brewery will just like have their beer made at another brewery and kind of keep it under the carpet.
Over the summer, Ope discovered a grapefruit beer. What was it called?
Schofferhofer.
Schofferhofer.
German beer.
And he was all about this thing. This is along the same lines there. Do you like this?
It's delicious.
All right.
It is. It's really tasty.
It's very
Ope's
nice.
smiling a lot.
Well, that other
means it's
shit was
good.
getting syrupy, man. I'm glad we're going back a little bit.
Yep, mixing it up.
By the way, the crab chips are amazing.
Aren't they?
The Kettle Classics.
Do you ever go to the Phillies games when you go down to Philly?
Hell yeah.
The crab fries they have?
Oh, yeah.
With the melted mozzarella?
My favorite is
Next time we'll bring them.
Oh, no, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm talking about crab fries. Go ahead.
I wanted to know what makes this one so foamy. Is it just something in the recipe?
Is it the way you
is it one
poured
of
it?
the
It's probably I just
ingredients?
poured it right down
Yeah.
the middle. That's probably why.
What makes it so sassy?
No, it's but it
tastes like piss, Jay.
No, but the other ones have all been fairly similar in your pour. So maybe it's just that you've had too much to drink. Is
I
really
mean,
what the
stouts
answer
are
is.
generally less carbonated than IPAs are, for
Right.
the most part. So it's just a matter of how the beer's made.
I noticed nobody wanted to call because they're enjoying us enjoying a beverage
Sure.
and some chips here.
That, or
but
they're
if they
not
want to, 866-969-1969. The Sinatra thing. Do we need to play the others?
I don't think
so.
you need
Right?
to play it. I
How
think
about
we
a
get
worst
the point.
Christmas song, man?
Oh, right. Jay
I
brought.
went out of my way to bring you some of the worst Christmas, the best beers in the world, and the worst Christmas songs in the world.
Smart.
Let's do some of that here.
I'm just going to
I
throw
was going
this
to
out.
pair them up.
If Dominic the Donkey is not on that list, this list
No.
is automatically
Way to
invalid.
jump the gun, Matt. No, we're gonna get let me explain this.
That's too easy.
For the rest of the country and people listening in Canada, they don't know this song because it's only played in the
New York, New
tri-state
Jersey
area. Maybe
yeah.
Philly plays it too.
Really?
But hear this awfulness by Lou Monte. This is also the guy that brought you "Shut Up" at your face.
You have to have a big Italian community in your area to
Right.
appreciate this.
But it's only played, I think, in this area. The rest of the country is not playing this stuff. And this is constantly rated one of the best Christmas songs in the Northeast here. It is. It's obviously the worst,
Right.
but it's played all the time in heavy rotation. And any channel that flips to Christmas back in October, they're playing this over and over.
It's ridiculous.
Horrible. But Jay just did a thing on his show, Masters of None, mastersofnone.com. You get it on iTunes, Stitcher, all that stuff. Bring that down, Adrian. We're done with that. You guys just went through, because this is a seasonal thing, right? You've done
Yeah,
this
we do
the
it
last
every
few
year. We've done it
years?
for like 5-6 years now.
Right.
We just do a worst Christmas songs of all time episode, and it's not like that. The stuff everyone knows.
Stupid me saying it's
Like,
a
I
seasonal thing.
scour
No
the-
shit, it's Christmas songs.
I just scour the internet for like the really worst, most horrible shit that you've never heard in your life before, and we just kind of goof on them. But it actually there's this band, an a cappella group called Straight No Chaser.
Yeah, sure.
And one of the
Before.
yeah.
For real?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I've heard of
They're
them
huge.
before.
They're a big
This is
deal.
the guy with the Spiderman boner. Come on.
What's the worst Christmas song?
Well, we have
Aren't
a
there
different one
only
every
like
year.
10 Christmas songs?
But
I
what
feel
is
like there's
the
only
worst
10.
Christmas song? What?
No, just one time factor. Like he wants to know because
Art, this isn't your show. Don't worry about it.
Yo, what does that say on the wall?
I think that says Opie Radio.
It
I
says
think
it
does.
19 times across the
The
wall.
boss is in the building right
I told him subtle. I did tell him subtly, Rod. You know that.
Yeah, but the guy
This is temporary. It'll be that logo will be a lot
But the guy who
smaller.
made it is eager to please you, so he went big.
I think he wants to blow me, but that's a story for another day. We're drinking beer and having chips right now.
That, I think, is the booze talking, not Gregg Opie Hughes.
Can I have one of those crab chips? I haven't tried one.
They're
of those.
amazing.
yourself.
For real, they're amazing.
So you want to go to Straight No Chaser? What other songs do they have outside of the Christmas thing here? What are they known for?
Nothing.
Nothing?
They've worked with like Paul McCartney.
Well, their record, I mean, they lay down a track and then the record company gets Paul McCartney. They pay him a ton of money to like overdub a track or whatever. But whatever, either way.
Don't hate.
This
Come on,
12 Days of Christmas went viral, right? They were like an a cappella group at
Is
like
this in
Indiana
here?
University.
Yes.
Yeah,
No, because I'm not playing this one.
Yeah.
This just came on its own. Adrian
I actually
pulled
heard it on the radio on my way down here,
Oh,
which was
no.
pretty hysterical.
What was it, Holly, or was it like Light FM?
No, it was like a Light FM up by me in the Hudson Valley area. But we've goofed on it, and one of our listeners threw it on YouTube with our vocals making fun of it.
Right.
And their record company got in touch with
Bring it
YouTube,
down a
like
little bit, Adrian.
they kicked the guy off YouTube, and it kind of went mini viral on its own. But the group actually saw the video of us making fun of them on their own video. and they actually got in touch, and a couple of them thought it was pretty funny. Like they had a sense of humor about themselves.
Right. We suck.
cool.
And we actually
Thanks for pointing it out.
Yes. So we actually became friends with them, and we like every time they come to the area, we like go hang out with them and just get
Why don't you have them
hammered.
do a
and-
song for your show?
We're not that far in a relationship just yet, but we're working
But
towards it.
they're only a cappella?
Yeah, they tour, man. They're like huge with like the 54 to 74 old lady demographic.
Just keep asking them if they'll do the theme to Carmen Sandiego.
No, see, that's what I was going to
You
get
can't
to.
bring up Rockapella,
When I was
so they get
working,
upset.
when I was working at PLJ, they had such a hard-on for Rockapella, and Rockapella was in every couple months, even if it was not Christmas or whatever, because they did the Folgers coffee commercial, and they had them do it live in studio. It's like,
my
why?
God.
Ugh.
Then because then like, oh, you know them from Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, but then they used to perform. They never did their own songs. They perform other stuff, but their CD they were pushing was all their originals. But all they ever promoted were the covers they did.
Right.
They did The Road to Shambhala,
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
and I think they did Dead Man's Party by Oingo Boingo.
Nice.
I
It
would
was just
love
like-
to hear that, actually.
If you can, that might be on YouTube somewhere. But yeah, Scott and Todd had a huge thing for Rockapella. They were nice guys, but they were always there. Like every event they did was Rockapella.
That guy still have the dreads.
I don't think no.
If you want to hear the worst song, what you want to pair it up? You want to pair up the worst Christmas
I got
song
the
with
rest
the
of the
best
Christmas
beer in the
Eve,
world?
and I got it here.
So
The what?
all right, take a look at this. I think this one is perhaps the worst song of
Which
all
number?
time.
Let me see.
Number 9.
Number 9.
You've probably never heard of any of them.
sheet tonight.
All right.
Because you moved.
It's not
yours-
going to help.
It was on the couch. But
I don't
now-
know that song for real.
No, yeah, he's right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
This is a Christmas song.
Can I just say something really fast?
Yeah.
So what? These are the worst Christmas songs this
Some of
year?
these were some of the ones in our 5 years that we
Okay.
deemed the worst of the year.
I honestly don't know
Any of them.
any of them.
Right.
I know
No,
two
for
of the
real.
Yeah, 'cause
artists.
they're
I don't
so
know the
bad.
songs.
Do they get radio airplay?
No.
Okay.
I mean, the only one that does, I think, is the Straight No Chaser
Wow,
one.
how sad is that? Someone goes, "Hey, I'm going to make you a Christmas song. Radio's going to love it," and then it never gets airplay.
But all
mean-
the Jewish guys record Christmas songs and they go number 1.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Number 9 is horrible. Number 4 is completely horrible as
All right,
well.
so you
That's
wanna
an
do
instrumental.
You
Number
want to
4
do number
is-
9 first?
Yeah.
Sure, go
All right.
for it.
You want to tell them what it is?
This is like that 80s group, the Residents. They were kind of like a post-punk. They had the big eyeball costumes with the top
yeah.
hats, and it's just it's called Dumbo the Clown Who Loved Christmas. It's absolutely the worst thing ever.
Sounds like an Atari game.
Yeah.
It sounds like Kraftwerk.
And we'll pair it up with Hetty Topper from The Alchemist, the number 1 ranked beer in the world. Uber hard to get.
Is this what you
IPA.
brought last time?
Yeah, we did have this last time.
That one's good.
I
Is that the
figured-
one that tastes like a gumball?
No, that was Gumball Head.
Oh, okay.
But I
Wait a
figured
minute.
Opie was here, so I needed to break out the best beer in the
No,
world.
but that's really stupid. It's the number 1 beer in the world, and it's hard to get. That's just dumb.
I think that's kind of part
it makes
of why.
elitists
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
beer elitists. It makes them feel very special.
I guess.
By the way, I just scored 26 points on Pac-Man right now.
Yeah, it's serious.
But yeah, turn this up.
Play
Listen how bad this is.
When does it hit?
Centipede. That's it.
When does it hit? It doesn't.
It's just one long intro.
No, this lyrics.
They have Christmas on the other side. For me, it will always be always tingle.
Is this Dan Deacon? It's a little inside.
This is fucking special.
How is this a Christmas song? What are
Because
the
it's
lyrics?
Dumbo the Clown Who Loved Christmas. Listen, just wait for the chorus, man. It's going to kick in. Dumbo the Clown. The Clown That Loved Christmas.
As much as
That's
this
horrible.
song sucks, I'm going to say this. I'm not a fan of the number 1 beer in the world.
I think
don't
the
I was a
Lawsons was
fan
better
last
than
time
it.
either.
I think the one right before it was better than this one.
I would agree with that.
This one's a little more dank, like a little more bitter.
Dang.
Dank
Yeah.
is not a good adjective to use.
What about
It
the
is for
dank,
IPA
Mo?
heads.
The
it
dank.
works, but it doesn't invoke good things.
You don't use the
tastes a
word
little
dank when
grapefruity
you're talking
too.
about pussy, though.
or bad weed, maybe.
or yeah, there you
Yeasty
go.
is another word that can go for beer or
Yeasty.
pussy.
Oh, pussy.
yeah.
There you go.
Either
Holy
one.
shit, the phones are off the hook, E-Rock.
Hey,
You're doing
Jay,
something right.
I'm going to. Jay, this guy wants to talk to you and recommend a brewery for you. Eric in Massachusetts. Eric.
Fiddlehead.
Hey, I'm actually from Maine. I just happen to be truck driving through Massachusetts.
Oh, sorry.
What's up, man?
No problem. Just gotta say, yeah, I'm just looking for good channel. It's the first time I've ever heard your show, and it's keeping me entertained on a long drive.
Thank you. I hope you're enjoying us enjoying beers.
Oh, no, I'm a great beer fan myself, so I'm really enjoying it.
So you had a suggestion?
There's it's called Gagan's Pub. It's a brewery in Bangor,
Gay
Maine.
Dude's Pub?
What is it called? Gagan?
It's a Gean, It's an Irish name, Gagan, not gay. You may be joking, but anyway, yeah, they're not bottling yet, but they're just opening another brewery and maybe bottling soon.
Right
so
on.
you can look for that.
Well, we will
Cool,
make
man.
a note of that, but it doesn't help when they're not bottling, so we can't try it.
Yeah,
But
I know. Well,
if you know them, tell them to ship some down to us.
Yeah, I'll give you a call back if they start bottling.
You do that. Thank you so much,
and
Eric.
Also, hey, one other thing real quick.
Right.
You were talking at the start of the show about Deadpool.
Right.
Rated R, and they have, there was some test footage that's a couple years old. Just YouTube Deadpool test footage, and it's for rated R.
Yeah, that's the one with Ryan Reynolds.
We actually talked about that a bit back, but yeah, that's what actually got the movie made. I mean, people responded to that test footage so well, and that footage was all CGI with Ryan Reynolds doing the voice work. It was really great, but that's what got that movie greenlit. Was
better
the
than all the
reaction to that. Yeah, it's not hard to be better than Spider-Man. Now, what do we have here that you're pouring, sir? I'm going to jump in.
I'm on a microphone right now.
Oh, sorry. Is this an Omegang?
No.
No. I thought it might be based on the way it was.
No, this is a this was thrown to me by the guys at Remarkable Liquids who distribute this brewery. It's they're out of California. They're called Telegraph, and this is their Berliner Weiss. So this is actually like a sour beer.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Why are we drinking beers after the #1 beer in the world?
Because this one's sour and it's going to wreck your palate.
Because life's full of disappointments.
And I didn't think the #1 was that good.
It was all right.
I like the Lawsons. I think honestly better.
Was that
I'm not
the
a big
grapefruity
IPA guy.
Which one was the really strong grapefruity one? The Lawson's? Yeah, I think that's my favorite of the night so far.
Mike getting up for the
Mike the Marine wants some more.
Look at that.
Yeah. So this won the gold medal at the Great American Beer Festival in Colorado this year for the Berliner Weiss. And this is why I'm doing it last.
So wait,
Is it not good?
Wait, this won a gold medal?
Yeah. Well, for
And
the style.
shitty beers,
For the style.
no offense. This is terrible.
It's not for everyone. That's the thing. It's like sour wheat beer. It's German style.
What is it?
It's baby puke.
It's called Reserve Wheat Ale by Telegraph.
Right?
try this.
It is not.
Was it sitting in the sun?
No.
It was?
I don't think it's that bad.
Don't.
No, it didn't smell good.
It's
it
that
didn't
bad,
taste
really?
good.
Don't.
Yeah, let's pour a little
Tart.
bit.
I'm trying to help you out here.
I'm
I'm trying
not-
to make you like life decisions. Don't.
This is not good. No
This is not
offense.
good.
Look, Art, life is about experiences.
This is a sour beer. It's supposed to be like
Wow, that's
Sours are very popular,
Yes,
though.
sours are huge right now. People are going go
the
crazy for sour
aftertaste
beers.
is horrendous.
Hipsters love sour beer.
They do.
I like Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, that's not good.
I like that kind
I
of
tried
sour.
to save you.
Not so much. This is awful.
They actually think they can make money off this.
They do, man.
So sour beer is an actual.
It's a thing.
Doesn't it taste
really
like the
is.
keg
It's a
was
huge.
skunk?
It's the newest trend. Like
Right?
that's the hot thing right now in beer is sours.
It smells like it went bad.
Hipsters ruin everything.
I don't hate it, to be honest with
It's
you.
great on like a hot summer day. It's nice, refreshing. There's different styles of sour beers too. There's like goozes and gozes and gozer the gozerians.
Goes there and-
Well, Dana's not here, only Zool.
What people do with these two, it's a traditional German thing. They'll do like take like a raspberry syrup, kind of do it around the outside of the glass.
That
and
might
then
make
put
it
in
good.
there. Yeah,
It might be better paired with some kind of food.
yeah.
Like
It's
chips?
Definitely go. Yeah,
No, not chips, but like real
yeah.
German
Oysters. People pair with sour beers a lot. You
Really?
get that salty and the sour. That's what a goza is. It's a salty sour beer like that. It's actually made with like sea salt.
Was that the last beer?
That was it.
All right, I'm out
There's-
here.
Okay. That means our time is running out here. Let's do one more Christmas song before we get out of here.
TikTok.
What's the worst out of the rest that we got?
I mean,
Erod, take your
this one right here,
time.
right
This
here.
is going well.
there's so many
Number two.
different
Number
versions.
two.
Yeah, number 2 is
Number
bad.
two.
This
Number
is
two is bad.
I mean,
Wait, is that the worst one though?
I think the worst one is number 4. That was our worst one in like our third or
So
fourth
wait, the
episode.
one you played before was not the worst one.
that was the worst one 1 year.
Oh, okay.
One of
Fair
our
enough.
years.
Two.
All right,
I
let's
mean,
go to track 2 here.
2 is this is like a Christian like Linkin Park.
Okay.
Oh no.
And this song's called The Baby.
Who was it by?
They're called Family Force 5.
Oh, it's like 3-beat slide almost.
Yeah. This one inspired a t-shirt that we put out that said jingle jingle motherfucker.
Hanging in the sky, shine down where it lies. Gonna meet a life changer, sleeping in a manger tonight.
Now I feel like this would come on 90s on 9 right after the Spin Doctors.
Baby, so pretty. Got you some breakfast, got you some burn. Gotta talk
Right after Alanis Morissette, Uninvited.
There you go.
Here you go, Chad.
Yeah, crank the chorus up. He's saying make it rain all night on the baby Jesus.
Frankincense and myrrh.
See, they're saying that. Just listen.
It's a Christmas song?
Talking about the baby Jesus.
Would the video be like how when Mason Diddy used to do their videos where everything was all uber shiny and overexposed?
A lot of
Can't be
disco balls.
hardcore and say presents at the same time. Like, it just doesn't work. Yeah, it just doesn't work.
On the baby.
That last
Is
beer
there a hype
fucked up
guy in
my
the back
taste
going on
buds.
there?
Yeah, that's why.
Sour shit fucked up
Yeah.
my taste
That's why we did it last.
Well, what? We have to leave with a bad taste in our mouth?
Well, here, man. This is more of the IPAs here. You like those?
Yeah, that was nice.
You want some more of the best beer in the world? There's a little left.
I'll go with the sip of sunshine.
Do
Can
with
I
that.
just drink out of the bottle?
Go ahead, man. Do it. Only if I could take a picture of you drinking out of the bottle. That would really make the hipsters mad.
Take another phone call, E-Rock.
Yeah, so there's a couple of people here who have more beer questions. This is Dan in New Jersey wants to talk to Jay. Dan.
Yeah. Hey, I was wondering if you can recommend a good coffee stout for me. I've had Lagunitas Cappuccino Stout, which I thought was really good.
That's a good one.
I also really enjoyed Java Head by Trogs in Pennsylvania.
I think the
Or
best.
if there's anything else.
Yeah, Speedway Stout from Alesmith is fantastic. And I think the best one is probably Founder's Breakfast Stout. That's coffee and chocolate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they put that out once a year. It's a perfect beer.
My buddy
if you're into
Chad told me
coffee.
to mix. There's a raspberry from Founders.
Great.
Yeah, the Rubaeus.
Yeah, mix that with
the
the,
breakfast stout.
yeah.
That's like the Europeans like to do Young's double chocolate stout with the Lindemann's framboise, the raspberry lambic. You do like a
It's all
75%
delicious.
Framboise.
chocolate and the 25% raspberry. It's killer.
I like a good
Chocolate covered raspberry.
I got a question for you.
Yeah,
Sounds great. Thanks for taking my call.
no problem, man.
All right, Dan, take care.
So, what's your favorite beer? Did you bring it today?
I didn't.
Why wouldn't you bring your favorite beer?
He was bringing stuff for the holiday and winter seasons.
Okay, fair enough.
Sort of, yeah.
I mean, how many beers do you think you've tasted in your life?
Maybe 1,000.
Wow. All right, what's the number one?
Currently, I mean, it kind of shifts. I don't know. Like every couple of years, I kind of shift as to what I'm into. But Delirium Noel, which is a Belgian Christmas beer, is probably my favorite right now. But I have not seen it this year. Like the last 2 years, it hasn't really made its way into our area.
That's your favorite beer.
I think it's currently my favorite beer, yeah. But I dig any kind of like bourbon barrel stout. I've been drinking a lot of the Bourbon County, the stout, not the barley wine.
Right.
I love heavy stouts, high alcohol, bourbon barrel stuff. I really, really
Have
dig.
you ever tried Genesee Cream Ale?
Oh yeah, it's another favorite of mine. Screamers. That's an upstate
It's
classic.
a horrendous beer.
How about Utica Club if you want to get into shitty
I
upstate
went
beers?
Utica Club. Some of those shitty beers are really good, though.
The cream ale's making a comeback, man. Like Brown's out of Troy up by Albany makes a killer cream ale. So does Newburgh Brewing Company up in Newburgh. It's a great, like,
You ever
Hudson
go to-
Valley's got a great little weekend. You know, if you go up there, you hit a bunch of the local breweries.
You ever
A
go
lot
to
of good
Trailer
stuff.
Park?
Like a trailer park?
No, it's a bar. I forget exactly where it is, but they just serve shitty beers. And it's awesome.
Is it here in the city or where?
Yeah, it's like Schaefer's and all that crap.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I prefer like Blind Tiger. There's a great craft beer bar here in the city. I used to dig Ginger Man. Not a ton anymore, but they got like, I don't know, 80, 90 taps, something like that.
Really?
There's so many new beer bars popping up like everywhere. It's a great time to be a beer fan.
Adrian's saying Trailer Park is on 23rd.
Is it really that low?
Yeah.
Huh. Did they move it?
It is
I'm not
on
sure.
wheels, so.
I know it's right over there. I used to work right near there. I used to walk past.
Tornado hit it.
Oh, I haven't been there in a long time. Then.
Sharknado.
John in Philly has a question for Jay. John?
Yeah, it's not really a question. I'm a big fan of Ayinger, Ayinger.
Yeah, German
their
brewery.
Oktoberfest.
Oh, it's the best Oktoberfest, period.
Yeah, and it's not like a craft beer. You buy it at just any sort of beer store.
Yeah. There's
big
like
fan of
a
that.
yeah, it's a great one. That and I like Avery the Kaiser. It's like a double Oktoberfest, a double Marzen. It's like a
I
higher
think I've
alcohol
had that.
version. That's
Yeah.
killer too. But yeah, I mean, German beers are great. They're good and they're cheap. I don't know
This
how
one's
they
from
do it.
Bavaria, I believe.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the best Oktoberfest.
It's actually Latveria.
And a lot of Oktoberfest kind of take
So it's Dr. Doom is making it.
Dr. Doom's double.
Have you guys changed subject real quick? Have you guys heard that Sony Japan reached out to Sony America and said, "What the fuck are you saying no to Marvel for?" absolutely let them take control of your shit with Spider-Man?
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier. That no, it's fine. The head of Sony Corporation told the entertainment division to go back to the table and meet with Marvel and Disney and work out a deal because they're just not doing shit with the Spider-Man franchise.
They have to give up creative control. If they don't give up creative control, there's no way Disney's going to take it on.
Right.
Wow, I'm a little buzzed. I'm not even going to lie.
Words are hard.
They are. They're hard.
I like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's good.
To not slur.
Yeah, and then I read something else that said the first thing they would do is, Marvel at least would kick Andrew Garfield out.
Yep.
Right.
And bring it back to someone else as Peter Parker.
Somebody else, no origin story. He's just going to be already doing what he's done for many years and just work him right back into the story.
What they'll do is the same thing they did with Hulk when they retconned Hulk from Ed Norton to
Ruffalo.
No, actually from
Eric Bana.
Eric Bana to Norton. In the beginning of that movie, the Ed Norton movie, they kind of like did a quick history of the Hulk and like cinematic comic book like flashy screen.
Yeah,
they would do the same thing with Spider-Man. They'd give you a quick origin story and like flashy screen, and then just kick off the character.
You don't need an origin story for the Hulk. Just
he got
keep
bit
going.
by a fucking spider. That's the story.
Come on, Red Hulk. We all want to see it.
We don't need Red Hulk. That's ridiculous.
They're doing a Planet Hulk movie, though, right?
No, they're not.
They're not?
No, that has not been confirmed.
You guys hope he's falling asleep again.
Let's go get lap dances.
John, are you a fan of Mystery Science Theater?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, well then...
That would be no, Eric.
Then you don't get it. Sorry, John.
The answer is yes.
Honestly, it's fun for the first couple hours, that damn thing.
If someone says you're a god...
I don't like it at all.
It was
I'd
awesome.
rather just watch a shitty movie and make fun of it myself.
Man, there's a whole culture out there I don't really give a fuck about.
No.
I'm
But
just being
it's
honest.
creeping on you.
No, the beer is, yeah. This sip of sunshine is all right.
We're trying to get his
It's
kid...
the first time I've had that one.
I got his kid Batman a couple years ago, trying to get him into... the WWE
With the
thing fell
animated
flat,
series?
so I'm going... No, I got him some toys.
No, my kid hates wrestling, but he's big time into superheroes.
And then I got him the
he knows
costume.
more superheroes than me. But he was wearing the mask right before I left the house tonight.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Dad, have a good night.
I don't even know if that was funny.
More beer. Let's fill it up.
It was just like our podcast.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
It's just like our podcast.
Where's your podcast? Maybe I'll check it out.
Mastersofnone.com. You won't, but it's cool.
8:59.
Yeah, we're on
8:59.
iTunes,
We'll get a text from him. Hey, great podcast, guys.
Can I get it through Beyond Pod?
Yes, sir.
You can
I use that
indeed,
one.
because that's how I subscribe.
That's how I
Really?
subscribe as well.
So you
Gotta
can't
get
use
those
the
numbers
excuse
up.
that you have an Android now.
All right, what's it called?
Masters of None.
What happened? Masters, you said?
Yeah.
Let's go to Brian in Green Bay. Brian, how are you?
Masters of what?
None.
Stop
I'm sad,
panicking. Masters of None?
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, Brian. How are you?
Hi, guys. I'm sad.
Why?
I was born in Milwaukee, and I'm allergic to beer.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's terrible.
Is Milwaukee, besides the big commercial beers, is Milwaukee known for like a craft beer culture?
It is.
Well,
it's becoming more so. Throughout the whole state, it is, actually.
What craft beer breweries do you guys have? I mean, it's famous for, crappy
They have
brands.
Wisco Disco. There's a lot of little ones coming up in Green Bay and stuff.
So it's still on the rise, but it's not there yet.
Wisco Disco sounds too much like Cabo Wabo. I'm not.
Well, there's this little one called
Tequila.
Whining Kugels that's done pretty well lately. And,
Yeah.
Oh, I like
I've heard of that
some
one.
other ones. So. All right. I just wanted to spread my unhappiness.
Bernie Brewer forever.
Well, Brian, let's try to cheer you up. Do you like Disney Infinity or Mystery Science Theater or no?
Mystery Science Theater.
All right, I'm going to put you on hold. I'll give you a copy of the new box set from Mystery Science Theater 3000 and Shout Factory. It's the Thanksgiving movie box set, and we'll give you a copy, all right?
Can I ask
You're
Jay
the
a
best.
quick
You
question?
brightened up my day. Thanks.
Your problem? No, whatever. It's getting late in the show, and there's been a lot of beer here. Brian on line one gets that.
Can I ask Jay a quick question?
Yeah.
So Delirium, you mentioned Delirium before. I've only had
Tremens and Nocturne. Yeah.
I've never had Nocturne. Do they have a fairly robust? Well, I've only seen Tremens before. I haven't seen any of the other stuff.
I only know of 4 that they have. They have the Tremens, the Nocturne, the Red, and the Noel.
Okay.
That's all I know.
I
of.
like the Tremens a lot. It's a good beer, but I think
don't
it's a good
dig
beer.
it. Like the Belgians, I don't like the lighter colored ones, the darker ones, like the doubles, quadruples. I like the Christmas beers, but I don't know. I don't like the other Deliriums. It's kind of weird.
Tremors 2 was good.
Yeah, with Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
What was was there their third one with Stephen Gross from Family Ties?
I think it was a fourth one as well.
Was that the fourth one?
Is that the one where Tom Hanks was the alcoholic uncle?
In Tremors, yes,
Yeah,
that was
Tremors
exactly what it
7.
was. No,
Tried
but
to
they used to
tap
play
dance
that
on
on
the
USA
piano,
all the
didn't
time.
they?
There's like 4
Family
conversations
Tremors.
going on. People
Family
aren't
Tremors.
focusing here.
Which Michael J. Fox was also great.
Wait a minute, hold on.
About, oh, geez, like 5 years ago.
You guys are pretty good.
Oh, thanks. Hope he's playing a podcast off his phone.
That's what he does. He has $1 million facility here that you can stream it off the computer and he plays it off his phone. Just because it's
We're using
faster
that
and
in
easier.
our press kit. Gregg Opie Hughes says,
Opie says we're pretty
drunkenly
good.
says we're pretty good. That'll go with our paid Kevin Smith advertisement.
Yes.
Where he said we're all so great.
Nate in Long Island, what do you want to know about the consumer?
I'm wondering if we're going to see any consumer merchandise, like T-shirts and things like that.
Maybe one day, but if you want to buy some quality T-shirts, you can always go over to opieradio.com and buy the Words Heard shirt. Fuck the Slabo shirt, burn that and send me those photos. But you can buy the Words Heard shirt.
Hey, asshole. I never made the connection that the Slabo T-shirt was an E-Rock shirt.
No, but you made the connection on the show as far as what that word means and who it's applied to.
It's a big seller.
I know it is.
I got one.
Can I be plug
You got a Slabo shirt?
No, I don't even know what that is.
No, you don't need to know.
Who said they got one?
Nobody does.
Huh.
Go ahead, what?
No, I was going to say, I mean, I'm doing toy reviews now. I'm stealing off the consumer to do toy reviews now if people are interested in action figures and shit. I know some of our listeners are, so.
I'm going to try something with you guys. So, my kids, no, I'm serious. My kids are into blind boxes and surprise eggs.
Okay.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yep.
What is that?
I was just on YouTube one day, like finding Peppa Pig videos and all that shit, and then it got me into the world of surprise eggs and
Like
blind
Kinder
boxes.
Surprise and that kind of stuff and blind boxes.
DC, what? DC something TV, DC whatever.
I don't know. Do they do the surprise eggs?
DC does it through Funko. Kinder Eggs are the German company that puts out that chocolate eggs with the toys
that's what it
inside.
is.
But these YouTube videos do millions of views, and all it is like people opening up surprise eggs,
unboxing videos.
Right?
Yeah, it's but my kids are just fucking completely into it. They're 4 and 2. They'll watch for hours.
That's crazy.
I didn't even know this was a thing. And then they'll open up a box and then they'll look on the back of it to see which one they got.
Right,
and
right.
then
What
they'll
the
talk
chase
about
figure is, and
they'll talk about we're still looking for the rare version of this or that. It's a whole world I didn't even know about.
Why don't
And
they
if
just
you-
make more of them, make more money?
I don't even know why that's a thrill. You're spending all that money to not know what you're getting, and you're trying to get a specific figure.
But my question is, who gives a fuck?
Collectors give a fuck.
But I mean,
he's asking why the kids give a fuck.
It's something new. It's something new.
No, collectors don't give a fuck anymore. When I was growing up, it meant something to collect. Now there's so many collectors. How does it matter? I mean, why does it matter?
I think certain collectors still give a fuck depending on what the property is and what the like. For example, Kid Robot, which kind of does like a lot of urban design and urban vinyl and stuff like that, which is a lot of artist based stuff, which you actually might appreciate.
Right.
A lot of their product is blind boxed, right? And people really get into
The hunt.
People into
the hunt for it.
I hate it because as a completist, I want a full line of something. So what happens to me is I end up buying like 6 or 7 blind box. I get really pissed when I get 5 of the same fucking thing, and then I go to eBay and buy all the ones I want.
Oh, okay.
Loose. But for people who like buy cases and cases of toys, they really like blind box, and it's left Kid Robot. Disney does it now. Funko does it now with
Titan does it.
Every license under the sun.
Right.
Titan does it with like Doctor Who, but Kid Robot does it with Simpsons and South Park,
Futurama,
and
some of the Marvel stuff.
Funko does it with Nightmare Before Christmas. They do it with science fiction, horror, all sorts of movie properties. It's
just some
really
dumb
big.
way that they convince people that this is the cool way to buy toys now, where you don't know what you're buying, but you'll spend $8 to $12 a pop on a box just trying to get the pieces that you want.
One of my
It's
friends,
fascinating.
he does unboxing with his kids, and like they just send him weeks of like stuff to like open up with. It's
Really?
ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah.
But they, I mean,
You
I
can
thought
do that with your kids. I mean, with your poll, you'd be like, hey.
But I thought these videos would have, I don't know, like 10, 20,000 views. They're millions of views.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
The collector community is really odd like that.
Right.
But there's tons of things that people will watch just because they've got nothing else to do. Which you saw at the beginning of the internet was fucking cat videos, and this is where it's evolved to. That and what's Twitch
we
TV?
talked about Twitch TV a couple weeks ago, which is people
You guys
watching
know what this
other
is?
people play video games. So Twitch TV is people watching other people play video games.
Right, like say there's a
while
game
making commentary.
There's a game that comes out, and like say you're not good at Call of Duty or something like that, right? And you want to play the
Is there any
game.
more beer here?
I was thinking we should get some Coronas and like continue the show, man. They got a couple
Adrian might have
Budweisers.
Adrian might have some Bud Light. In the
You want a
other
Budweiser?
room.
Plenty of Bud left.
I'm gonna go with the sip of sunshine.
What do you have? Is there anything left over there?
Remember Steal My
that's
Sunshine? Was that a 90s
Damn.
song?
Yes, pull up Len, Steal My Sunshine. That was no, that
more
was
the
early
sour beer.
2000s.
It's more
No,
sour
no,
beer
that
now.
was late 90s. I played it at
I
party.
would have went with Walking on
did a
Sunshine
show with
myself.
them.
Was it like Darla?
Katrina and the Waves.
With Len or with Lit?
Len,
That just makes
both.
me think of Look Who's Talking.
Let me
permanently
talk
embedded
to you
in there.
about bad radio stuff for a bit. Sounded like work. you freak.
I'm supposed to be in control.
I know.
Beat
Is this the
shit out of
first
you.
time? Is this the first time he's been on that side and you're the guest?
I kind of like just hanging out and not worrying about what it sounds like.
And drinking beer.
It's still weird for me, and I don't work with him every day. It's been like 15 years, and that's still weird.
Bad radio. Go
Bad
ahead.
radio stuff. LIR used to do these weird promotions, and I guess in a way they were thinking out of the box, but it was just because they couldn't get the rights to big bands because K-Rock had them for the low dough shows and what have you. But they would take these up-and-coming alternative bands and sort of pop crossover bands and do weird things with them. We had to do an event at, I think it was at Levittown Lanes with Lit.
Oh, God.
Do you remember
yeah,
that?
bowling party?
Bowling party, where they
Yeah.
played like a song or two, and then they were bowling with the listeners for the rest of the time.
So sad.
It was completely sad, and the station had like inflatable tchotchkes that you would give out at bad weddings, like inflatable aliens and instruments, and
But they were lit.
yeah,
You know
but
what I mean?
They
They're
had
huge
two
then.
songs.
They should have been happy they were in a bowling alley. Right?
Has Bowling for Soup ever done a bowling alley gig?
I'm sure they
Yes.
have. For the girls, all the bad guys want.
There you go. Exactly.
And
Nice guys, though.
And the one that moved from Ohio to Texas or something, whatever that song was.
They were huge on PLJ when I worked there for a while.
They
Every
were.
time- It was always bowling. Like, hey, they're going to be doing this.
You were at PLJ too?
Yeah, for
when?
a while. Yeah, like 07 for like 3 months. I
Oh,
was like,
yeah, it was
The
way
fat
out
bass
there.
player could like flick. He would lick a guitar pick and then flip it up and then catch it stuck to his forehead. I was always
And where
amazed
is
by
he
that.
now?
He's wearing a.
He does that at a circus sideshow now.
He's somewhere wearing a Dirk Nowitzki jersey.
What?
He's somewhere wearing a Dirk Nowitzki jersey. That's
Yeah.
all he wears.
He's
But
on
it's
American Horror Story now.
What was the Len show?
Oh, we did.
Was
we
it at
did
the
that like every 90s
was it at the
one-hit wonder
Vanderbilt?
band. Yeah, it was at the Vanderbilt.
LIR,
So,
the company that had LIR also had the Vanderbilt. So we used to do a lot of shows at
yeah.
the Vanderbilt.
I got married there, and now it's an OTB.
Did you really?
Yeah. Me and my wife went out on our anniversary into the OTB and danced where we danced our first dance in the midst of people betting on horses. The same exact time. No, I just made that
What was
up.
your wedding?
Romantic.
That sucks. That's kind of cool, actually.
I wanted to. She would not come inside. She could not bear to see
She
it.
should have done it
I
for
was
you.
like, come on, it's a race palace. It's not just a,
The shows that One Step Beyond and Strong Island Events used to do were good.
Yeah, we would
But when
sell the place out
But
with
when
like, a
LIR
shitty
did,
ska band.
yeah,
And they would do shows and have like 100 people there.
right, because we
was
would
awesome.
have like Goldfinger and Real Big Fish and Less Than
Less Than
Jake and whatnot, and they would bring in somebody that Gary C thought was a upcoming alternative band, and it was some girl playing a guitar and
100 people.
right.
My favorite thing was when the guy from Smash Mouth asked me to find him blow once. I'll always remember that. I also remember Joan Jett doing pull-ups like some sort of UFC fighter before she went on.
To get pumped, to get ready,
right before the
get
show.
in the zone.
Yeah, like I would not fuck with Joan Jett.
Do you miss working
She
at
would
LIR?
rip your head off. Yeah, somewhat.
It's a Spanish station now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be sweet if I worked there now.
Are you guys done making love with each other? Is there another
this is
beer
what
to drink?
when you have friends, this is what happens.
I
here.
have
Oh,
friends.
shit.
You're just not one of them.
Memories, the memories.
I used to get beer for Days of the New. That's pretty impressive.
Nice.
Nice.
I once got water for Candlebox when I worked at Q104. That was a low point in my career.
I used to
Getting
buy
water or candle box?
I used to buy beer for Travis Meeks, lead singer of Days of the New, and then
Nice.
fast forward a few years, he's on heroin.
Was it real Days of the New, or was it him and the band called Days of the New that he redid after he
I'm
fired
fucking
everyone
old,
else?
dude. It was the original Days of the New.
Okay.
He was 16 at the time. He's probably look it up. He's probably 30 something
Probably dead.
Nah, he's got one of the greatest rock voices ever. He just couldn't figure it out. How old is Travis Meeks, Adrian? Why don't you do fucking something here? Why is he here?
I slapped Jay-Z's head one time at a concert.
You slapped his head?
Yeah.
He threw me up against the wall like Fonzie
Was this
style
like a
once.
friendly
He's
slap?
35.
Or?
No, like he came down like
No
a
one heard you.
helicopter on a
That's
ride or die
hilarious.
tour, and he
These
runs
guys
up.
are just babbling over there. Jay-Z fucking threw him up against the wall. I want to hear
I
this.
heard him slap the head. I didn't know he threw it against the wall.
I've never heard his slap the head story, but we.
All right, let's start with slap the head, and then let's.
Why did Jesus slap your head?
And just like the beers will lead up to the fucking throwing against the wall.
I was at a ride or die Jay-Z concert. He comes out of like this weird helicopter. He runs up the middle of the state, like the middle of the aisle, and I'm in the towards the middle of the section. I slap his head, and he just kind of looks at me and like just runs back away, like on the main stage. That was it.
Because he's small.
Yeah,
he's short, right?
Yeah, I was standing on the chair because everyone was like, "Oh, he's coming! Hove is coming from a helicopter!" And then like all of a sudden, I just like, "Hey!" and I slapped him on the head.
I hear you. I hear he's very short. Just a fact.
That was an uncomfortable amount of silence right there for that second and a
I think
half.
we were all absorbing
You guys
that.
ever done radio before?
You appear so tall.
They were all just amazed.
When did he throw you against the wall?
We had I was working for Clear Channel up in Poughkeepsie, and we had our holiday party. It was the big Clear Channel holiday party, and it was at the 40/40 Club, and it was the same day he got announced as the head of Def Jam or whatever it was, and we knew he was there, and we were just hammered. It was open bar, and I'm like, let's go fucking find Jay-Z, and we're trying to sneak through the kitchen, and we know there's VIPs somewhere hidden, and we're getting towards the end of the night, and we're up in this like hallway in the back somewhere. And it was all like in slow motion, and there was probably like some like Reservoir Dogs music going on, and out of a door come Jay-Z and Denzel Washington, and it's just like me and my friend standing in this hallway, and I was probably just drunk, like standing there with my jaw on the floor as they're walking towards me, and just blocking their way, and he just grabs
Did you
me
yell
by
Jigga?
like, no, it would have been worse than what he did if I did that. And I was probably just blocking their way, and he just grabs me by like my shirt, like Fonzie, and throws me up against the lockers, against the wall, and then Denzel just like laughs, and they just walked by, and it was all completely in slow motion, and I didn't say anything, I couldn't do
Should have
anything.
manned up and knocked that Yankee hat off.
Sure, yeah, and that's my one Jay-Z moment that I'll tell my kids about.
I don't think I've. I don't think
really
I've ever.
uncomfortable silence. It's killing me each time.
Everyone's visualizing being beat up by a rapper.
I'm not doing that, but okay. Maybe I'm just missing the train.
I get the
I was expecting more from the story. If you want to know the truth,
you know when you tell these
It was one of those. What are you doing here?
So
Get out of my way.
let's take a phone call. You produced the show for a while.
Jay-Z.
Brian in Florida wants to talk to Opie about the boxing thing. Brian,
The boxing thing. Oh, the blind boxes. I don't know shit about it.
Brian.
You were just explaining it to me.
No, I don't know much about it. I'm saying it's a phenomenon that I never knew about before.
Calling you a liar.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, by the way, I'm proudly sitting outside of an Outback Steakhouse with my Slabo shirt on.
Nice.
Oh well.
Just hang it up.
And moving on.
Let's go to Jeff in Canada. Jeff, what's up? Where in Canada are you?
Hey boys, how's it going? I'm from Edmonton.
Hey.
I just drove past the hotel that Voss and Bonnie got married at.
Lucky you.
Yes, it's a creepy, weird fucking place. Wondering, Erik, I am a giant piece of shit, just like you.
Thank you, sir.
Erik's really not a big guy. That's what makes that whole thing so fucking funny.
But for 10 years, they'll believe anything you're saying.
Right.
Well, no, I'm just wondering, as the consumer,
Right.
is there anything from Western Canada that I can ship to you that you might want to try, and maybe we can do a little bit of a trade-y?
You can feel free to send me stuff. I'm not going to send you anything, but I don't know what Western Canada has to offer other than
X-Files.
Yes.
Sadness.
And was it poutine? What's the cheese fries?
Yeah. Delicious. Cheese fries. Great.
Oh.
What do you guys have that's indigenous to your region?
See, that's what I don't know.
You live there.
You don't know.
There's nothing that's special. We get a lot of our shit from you guys. I thought maybe there was something you had heard of from
If you get stuff from us, why would I want you to send it back?
I suck. I don't even know.
You do, Jeff. But
he's trying to be nice to you.
He's
Erik.
trying to be nice, but he doesn't have it. He didn't think this call out.
Good point.
He has
You're
nothing
right.
to offer.
I thought I was going to be on hold longer, and I was just getting out of the shower.
All right. Well, 12 minutes wasn't long enough. Rethink yourself and then call back, Jeff. All right.
All right, boys. Have a good one.
All right.
I told E-Rock he's got to make a YouTube channel for this consumer shit.
I'm working
You
on
don't
it.
have one? It's just Twitter?
I think it would do well on
what happened
Instagram.
was we were walking down a hallway, right? And Opie
Jay-Z
and Kenny
came out.
were coming the other way, and they grabbed me by my shirt and threw me against the wall. And that's when I knew I needed to make a video channel for the consumer.
There you go.
So yeah, I'm working on that.
Only they had GoPros back then.
I'm getting the backgrounds and stuff made, so that'll be fun to do.
Hey, as your
So look for
outro
that in
song, you should
2015.
definitely go with the number 4 on the Worst Christmas.
What is that?
It's an instrumental. It's like a.
Are you trying to end
it's
the
like
show?
No, but I'm just saying.
Let's please let's do
it's
that.
It's a death metal version of Green Sleeves. If you know what that is.
No, but I know what green jelly is, aka green jello.
Yeah.
Let's play
Green
them.
Sleeves is
It's.
Is that a Christmas song?
It is, but there are two versions. There are two lyric sets to that. There's the Christmas lyrics, and then there's like some sort of like old English
Vancouver
medieval
edition?
version of it. Yeah.
It's news to me. It's horrible though.
This is bad.
It's all right. I don't hate it.
The drumming
Some of the other stuff.
the drumming doesn't match the song.
Yeah, the
like,
drumming
there's
is
too
like
much going on.
15 times the speed of the song. It's amazing.
Is this really a demo video for a guy who thinks he knows how to drum because he's got a fancy kit and
Probably.
then just goes all crazy
Yeah.
playing to something else?
It's that guy who goes nuts at that wedding. Like, do you ever see that guy?
Yeah, that old video.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, I love that too. I cannot get enough of that.
I know, right?
It's amazing.
All right, Opie's done. He's done for the night here. I guess we should wrap up the program. It's been fun. We're not marathoning. This ain't for charity.
You can't drink all these beers and then like tap out when it gets interesting.
Well, you tapped out half an hour ago.
Huh?
Bring those Keystone Lights in. Come on.
Yes. What's his name? Keith Stone? Was that the guy? We should get him on the show.
Let's do open phones.
Open phones. All right. 866-969-1969. If you want to talk to Opie, 866-969-1969. No, we're just going to bow out gracefully and walk out.
No.
And you'll just hear
wanna leave?
You'll hear the silence of the door closing.
My family's wandering around Times Square waiting for me. but
Yes.
Other
I'm
than that,
comfortable to sit here and keep talking. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, let's hang out. We don't need him.
I'm just saying.
Why
I'm
do you
just
want to
putting
tap
it
out
there.
so much?
I
This
don't
is
know.
going well. Stop panicking.
Really?
We still
Yes,
got
it's
chips.
going well.
We still got chips.
we still have half a sour beer left
You
here.
didn't drink as much as us.
No, because I got to drive. I can't just take a cab like you can and go home.
Oh,
Opie will buy a cab for you.
that
Back in
fucking
Jersey.
tree though. I didn't realize how crowded it was down here.
Oh, it's crazy.
Well, you have that. You have SantaCon going on.
True.
And you also have the supposed Million Man March going on right now that started in Washington Square Park.
Million
It's
Santa
working
March.
its way up.
How
Was it
much
like-
do you hate black people?
Why don't you answer that question for Opie? 866-969-1969.
You said supposedly.
Santa can't breathe.
No,
You're basically saying they can't get 1 million people together, right?
I don't think they got 1 million people.
No one heard that. Now you know how I feel.
What do you say?
Said Santa can't breathe.
All right, now the calls are coming in. You hit a topic that everybody wants to talk about. I don't know where. I'll put the guy on hold there on line 4. I don't know where Los Angeles is. Why would you not put him on hold?
Where Lorenzo Lamas lives.
All right, let's take somebody random here. 708, you're on the phone.
Hey, how's it going, man? Hey, I was wondering if you guys, the beer guys, if they knew anything about the zombie dust.
Yeah, we just drank one.
Oh, but doesn't it taste like fucking weed?
Is that the one you
Yeah.
described as dank earlier?
Yeah, it's
The dank, Mo. The dank.
I forget which hop that is, but one of the hops, it might be Amarillo, does give that weed flavor to it.
Really?
I didn't get it with the zombie dust. I don't think it's that one, but there definitely is one out there, and I think it's Amarillo that definitely gives a weed flavor to it.
I'm
for
a
sure.
big
It
fan of
smells like it.
Amarillo sours.
Yeah, there's a great beer called Hopperillo from Knee Deep Brewing Company.
Right.
That's fucking phenomenal. It's like 11.5%, but that's
I
a
like
good one.
Zombie Killer. Isn't that cherry cider? Or
Yeah, it's from Bee Nectar.
Yeah.
It's a half cider. It's a sizer, half cider,
Yes.
half mead. Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
enjoy
pretty
that
good.
one.
Yep.
Sir, 708, where is that?
I'm actually in the north side of Chicago right now.
Oh, that's good for you. Just don't go to the south side, and you'll be okay. I'm going to put you on hold. I'll give you a copy of Mystery Science Theater.
As in the Chicago Blackhawks, sir?
Oh, yeah.
Remove the Hawks.
As
and you
in
got it.
the Islanders break the Hawks' 8-game win streak tonight with 2 goals in 51 seconds in the third period.
Oh, shit.
I mean, we had a good run going, but I mean, I don't know anything about the Islanders at all. But this team, apparently.
I got survivor guilt with the Islanders. Any other Islanders fans here?
Rangers.
Fuck you. Go fuck you yourself.
I like Blades of Steel. Does that count?
Makes the pass. Makes the pass.
Such a great game.
I guess we're not talking hockey.
We just did.
Let's go back to superheroes.
708, I'll put you on hold. You
Jumped
did,
on top of the Empire State Building.
I'm going to give you a copy of Mystery Science Theater from Shout Factory, all right?
I don't know what's worse.
All right, hold on.
What's worse, sucking
Line
all
two.
the time or losing the Stanley Cup?
For what?
Well, as far as hockey goes.
We haven't,
you guys haven't
we
sucked.
haven't lost. We haven't lost the Stanley Cup in a long
No,
time.
no, but would you rather be the Islanders sucking or be the
No,
Rangers
hell
who
no.
lost the Stanley Cup?
No,
You'd
I'd rather lose the Stanley Cup.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't paid attention. Well, I have paid attention to the Islanders for a long time, and now out of nowhere they're fucking winning, and I have like survivor's guilt. It's really, I don't get it. It's fucking freaking me out.
One of my favorite things about the New York Islanders is one time I got this thing for Opie, and it had some famous New York Islanders signatures on this photo here by people I have no idea, but they're apparently a big deal for the Islanders fans, and it's nicely framed and everything, and it was given to him as a gift. And where is that right now, Mr. Hughes?
He smashed it, didn't he?
No, he should have, but he didn't.
It's in my brother's garage.
Out on the east end of Long Island.
The Mike Bossy
done this
autographed picture.
I know, but they didn't know
I
the
just don't
story.
have walls in my fucking apartment.
Where do you live?
I mean, I got
pole barn?
walls, but it's all glass, and you know.
They're filled
It's
with
the
classy
Jetsons
shit.
house.
Huh?
So they're filled with classy stuff.
My brother loves it. Jesus, can't get enough of it.
So much
piece
of a
in his
good
garage.
home, and that's important.
Exactly. I'll get it back someday.
When
He has it
walls.
nicely displayed.
Dennis Potvin jersey.
I was trying to pace myself, but one of these beers was like fucking rubbing alcohol.
So what I described as medicinal, I believe, earlier.
Was that the one?
I
The
think so.
Rumpkin,
For
the
real.
16.5% one.
Lumpkin.
Cliff in Georgia wants to talk to the Masters of None. Cliff,
Hey, man, what's going on, guys?
how are you? You sound like you have a few as well.
Oh, no, I'm a truck driver. I'm currently stuck in traffic, and I'm tired as hell.
Gotcha.
Watch out for Tracy
yeah.
Morgan, will you?
Oh, jeez.
I know, right? Long-time listener, first-time caller. So,
Whack, whack.
I was going to mention one of the beers you forgot to mention. I don't know if you guys, I'm pretty sure you've heard of Fat Tire.
Yeah, New Belgium.
Yeah, what do you guys think about that one?
It's good. People love the shit out of it. I think in our area they love it more because they can't get it here. But it's a solid amber. I mean, I don't know. They're building a brewery in North Carolina right now, so like probably like late next year we might get it up this way. But it's good, biscuity, malty. It's tasty. I don't know. A lot of people say it sucks.
You're not selling me on it, Jay. I'm just saying.
I like it myself, but a lot of people like say it sucks just because I don't know. They like to hate on it. It's one of
cool
the top.
to hate?
Yeah, it's one of like the top 10 selling beers in the country, and it's one of those beers that people always ask for, like at our store. And that we get, you got Fat Tire, you got Fat Tire. Like, nah, man, the closest you can get is like Maryland, I think.
Try the old Belgium.
But yeah, it's good though. I dig it.
Yeah, I wanted to take a crack at the MS3 3000 box set that's still available.
All right. What's the answer to the question?
There was a question?
Thank you, man.
There was a question? Oh, God.
All right, Cliff, I'll put you on hold. You get the last copy of Mystery Science Theater 3000 from our friends at Shout Factory.
At first, I thought he was talking about a beer.
So that goes to Cliff and Georgia Line 5, and those are all gone. We just have Disney Infinity, which we'll wind up doing on Twitter, since we only got a few minutes before we have to go, and then Dr. Steve comes on.
Well, where are we going?
We've got like 20 minutes of commercials still to do.
You should have taken a break.
Yeah, we should have, but we didn't.
I could have sworn I said that a while ago.
You did ask that.
But he's like, what are you worried about? Let's just keep going.
It didn't. Yeah, you take a break and then we do
No, we
more
marathon
radio.
it here. If we're going to do that, we go all out. I think Roland keeps trying to call in the hotline as different people.
Put him through.
I would, but
I'll call him. Fuck
here
it.
he is. Hold on. What's up, Roland?
What kind of craft beers do you like?
646.
You can make fun of him. He fell asleep during the interview.
Yeah, apparently somebody tweeted out a photo of Roland sleeping during something with Sharon and Ozzy. They had an event somewhere. And there's a photo of Roland sleeping, and he's all upset about it.
You're not drunk, right?
No.
That event was the Opie and Jim Norton show.
No, something else.
No.
He told me it was something where Hard Rock Johnny tweeted it out.
I posted a video on YouTube of Ozzy and Sharon on my show. And in the background, Roland was sleeping. And they screen capped
that's what it was for. Oh, the way Roland's explaining it to me today, because he's all upset that it was posted, was that I was at an Ozzy and Sharon thing, and so I thought it was a different event, and somebody took a photo of him and put it online with him sleeping, which is not out of the ordinary. I didn't realize it was off your video, which you can find on Opie Radio on YouTube.
Damn, you're good.
Or Opie Radio on Twitter, or Opie and Jimmy on the Twitter as well. He's on there. You calling Roland?
What? Go ahead, do your thing. Jesus.
Anthony in Los Angeles.
Roland.
Hold on.
Roland, you killed it. You killed it. He's so mad.
Kill what?
When you called E-Rock show, it was awesome.
Okay. I was just calling you once a week.
We want to know where you fell asleep. Was it during the Ozzy and Sharon interview on my show?
Oh, no. I was looking at my phone texting. I wasn't asleep. My hand was up texting.
What?
If you zoom in on the picture, my hand's up texting.
Yeah, I speak Roland. He said he was actually texting.
Right.
But it looked like he was sleeping.
Yeah.
But you fell asleep during the interview, right?
No, I didn't fall asleep during that interview, no.
You did fall asleep. I was right there.
No, the publicist kept on texting me. I just kept on reading the text.
Me and Sam were laughing at you. You were sleeping so bad.
I don't remember.
You were sleeping. All right, tell me what happened halfway through the interview.
Something, Ozzy goes, my shoe, Sharon, my shoe.
No, I'm talking about the movie, the interview.
The which one?
The movie, the interview. Seth Rogen's movie.
Oh, I saw the first half, and then I saw the last half.
Thank you. So you fell asleep during the interview.
The middle.
In the middle.
Yeah. I got confused because I saw Seth referencing something that I don't remember what he said. I was like, I don't remember that part. It was my bad.
He gets so flustered.
He gets to go to these cool...
That was really, really good.
He gets to see these movies before anyone else, and he ends up falling asleep for half of the movie.
We went to see Into the Storm a while ago with another talent booker, and Roland was sitting on the aisle seat, and Roland was falling into the aisle over the armrest. He wasn't just falling into it; he was leaning over the chair and falling into the aisle. And we tried to wake him up, and he just kept batting our hands away.
It's like a tree in a nor'easter. No, it's unbelievable. I don't know how anyone sleeps like that. Halfway in the aisle, people bumping into him because they're going to get snacks or go in the bathroom, and it doesn't faze them.
Kids sleep like that.
Man.
You're on like the car trips, and it's like.
I was very tired.
You have to keep rolling on his back so he doesn't smother himself.
SIDS, you got to worry about that.
Anything else, Roland?
No. I'm just shitting right now.
He's shitting right now.
I speak Roland. I heard that.
The listeners don't.
How are the logs?
They're pretty big right now.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, I had fiber today.
Good for you, brother. Good for you.
Very healthy.
Well, enjoy the hops.
Yeah, well, these guys ran out of beer, unfortunately.
Oh, well.
Now we got some shitty fucking Budweiser in the booth with Adrian.
If he shares.
He
hasn't shared anything with us. We've given him everything.
I recommend you see the interview in top 5 in theaters now.
Huh? He wants you to see top 5 in theaters now.
Yeah, very funny movie. All right, Roland. Good talking to you. All right.
All right. Joe in Michigan wants to praise the Opster. Joe?
That means he's going to do some hate. Go ahead.
Hey, Opie, man. I just wanted to let you know that there is a lot of hate out there online.
Nice.
I just wanted to let you know that I really, really respect what you do for the show and respect your generosity for all the people that have gone on your channel.
Wow, dude, that's fucking awesome. Thank you.
You have done a fantastic job sharing your show through the Opie and Anthony thing, through everything. I just wanted to say I really respect what you do, man.
Well, what's your Twitter handle? Because now they're going to hate you for actually complimenting me.
Oh, dude, I don't have a Twitter handle. Fuck Twitter, dude. I'm staying away from that.
Good for you. I think I'm going to start doing that.
If you start loving Opie publicly, people will just tear you apart, dude.
Yeah. I'm going to have to tell the real story soon. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, you have a good night.
Take care, Joe.
You too.
Anthony in Los Angeles, L.A.
Yes.
How are you? Not Los Angeles. Los Angeles.
Yes. So I'm calling. First, a long-time listener, first-time caller. I was in Central California wine tasting with my girlfriend a couple weeks ago, and we ran across this brewery called Firestone. Have you guys heard of it?
They make great tires.
Yes.
It is actually the guy. He's part of that family. Firestone Walker, yeah.
Oh, really?
Firestone Walker was excellent beer. Everything I tried was excellent. They had a little place you could eat right next to it, and I just want to say if you haven't tried their beer, definitely give it a shot. Thumbs up. I'm a big beer guy. And I just wanted to say that. Also, I've noticed most of your callers are usually from the East Coast. I never hear any Californians call in. Do you guys notice that?
Yes, because the company likes to say on the East and never promotes the West Coast time most of the time. But that's why we try to do it. So it's 5 p.m. on the West Coast when we start. We're an hour and a half in, so we're approaching 8 o'clock when everybody in any time zone would tune out to nighttime radio.
Well, me and my buddies love your guys' show.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you.
You should be hearing us at a better time slot very soon. Are we allowed to talk about that yet or no?
What happened?
The news about my show?
Huh?
My show?
What? We're going to have a big premiere party?
Why not? I want trumpets and a timpani.
I'm giving you a fucking weekend. You start in the new year.
We started at the bottom, now we're here.
Nice. You'll be doing the show on Friday nights, right?
Thank you, sir. As of January 9th, the show is moving to Friday nights at 8 o'clock.
That's right.
5 p.m. on the West Coast.
Must see TV.
Which is great, so we get to say hi to people on West Coast drive time, which is awesome.
I got to check TMZ, man. This is an exclusive.
It is.
Should be up there any moment. E-Rock's moving to Friday nights.
We need some air horns.
Rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting those Hollywood screeners. I'm sorry.
What?
I got your text. You asked me if I was getting the Hollywood screeners. I'm not.
It's okay. I'm getting Foxcatcher on Monday.
You're going to get me Foxcatcher?
No, I'm getting myself Foxcatcher and American Sniper.
I want to watch The Birdman, though. Anyone else see The Birdman?
No, I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
It's on torrent.
Is it?
I don't know.
Probably.
The two Hawker movies I'm getting Monday, too.
Nice. I could get your copies?
Ew.
What are you doing right now?
I'll tell you about them after. They're going to be good.
What does Roland do on a Saturday night? What are you doing?
He was shitting.
He was shitting.
I know, but what are you doing? Why are you home?
Watching Fast and Light on Discovery Channel.
You should be here drinking beers.
We invited him.
You should have came here, Roland.
I was, but I got lazy.
Huh?
He got lazy.
You got lazy.
Oh.
You don't speak this language.
I
do
don't
you?
speak this language.
All right, Roland. I just want to let you know I didn't get the screeners. I'm gonna go check out the tree. You want to meet up or what?
He hung up.
He hung up. Fuck.
He's just busy shitting.
All right, keep going.
No, we're done for the evening here.
Why?
We've been going an hour 48, an hour 47 more than we should have. Thank you to everybody that's coming here. Masters of None, mastersofnone.com. Get the podcast, subscribe everywhere that has podcasts. Do you want to plug your beer thing again?
What? Where I work?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't own the joint?
Beer World. No, I do all the marketing for our stores, and I run one of the Kingston store.
So let's open a fucking beer store
Beer
together.
World. The problem is in the city, the rent's so fucking high, you can't make any money. The margin on beer is very thin.
Yeah.
What about in the heart of Long Island? Long Island.
That's a possibility.
Fuck, the beer's hitting
Long
now.
Islandton?
The heart of Huntington on Long Island, right on New York Avenue there.
Well, there's
You want to
hit
that up so bad.
I know.
It's the heart of Huntington Village.
Oh, Huntington Village.
There's a couple good stores there already in Huntington.
And you're driving
Big
me
Z,
home. I'm
Shoreline.
a little concerned.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah. But something like more centrally located, like right off the LIE, visible from the road, a huge beer store, that would rock.
Right.
I think I just got desperate because I'm starting to drink more of the sour beer from earlier.
I already finished the rest of that bottle.
That's why we had to end this show.
It wasn't bad though.
It was a nice show.
For real. Thanks for the beers. I mean, I enjoyed trying some new beers today.
My pleasure.
And I get a beer opener.
Yeah.
Lucky me.
Sam Adams.
It's hardcore.
That'll do some damage. That's nice.
There's one call left.
You could take people out blocking the Holland Tunnel on your way home, Art.
It's a guy who wants to talk about Canadian beers.
Canadian
That's
beers.
strong. Molson Ice.
Let's move on.
Ryan in Canada. Ryan.
Gentlemen, thank you for taking my call.
You're the last one of the night, sir.
Ryan, let me ask you a question right off the bat.
Yeah.
What is the best Canadian beer?
That depends on your location. If you're on the West Coast, you're going to say something like Granville Island IPA.
Okay.
And if you're from the only other part of Canada that matters, Ontario, you're going to say it's either Steam Whistle or Creemore Springs Lager. And when Jimmy comes to visit Toronto, you can stop by the Steam Whistle brewery.
All right. Do you know those beers?
Never heard of any of them.
Steam Whistle.
What about Labatt Blue?
You know, that's like the Budweiser of Canada. I used to work for the LCBO and the Liquor Control Board of Ontario because we control liquor in Ontario. And it's for our own safety. Hey.
E-Rock.
We got to go.
But what you should do is like try to make something out of that.
There was nothing to be made.
Why? You're talking about the best Canadian beers out there.
Right.
And then the follow-up question is, what do they taste like? Is there something in America?
No, we need to go. It's time to go.
He's from the
Unibrew,
LFO.
Bose, Parallel 49.
New Kids on the Block
There's-
did have a bunch of hits.
You're bumming us out.
Chinese food makes me sick.
Geek Stuff
he wants to
OG
stay
on Twitter
so
and
bad.
Instagram from Matt.
Indeed, a Rooney.
And you want to plug your wares there for Geek Stuff?
Sure, you can find more geeky shit over at BigHipsGeekStuff.com each and every week.
And
E-Rock.
tons of fascinating videos on Opie Radio on YouTube, and you can also go to opieradio.com and buy the T-shirts that he has out.
Why do you want to go so bad?
Because I need to pee, and it's almost 2 hours.
All right, I can sit over there. You go pee, and let's get some more beer, and let's do this thing. It's only 10 o'clock on a Saturday night.
All right. This has to end. This is horrible. This is not going the way that I hope.
What are you talking about?
Just trying to get a nice ending to get out of here and go piss because my teeth are hurting.
All right,
and I can't do this.
We can talk. I've done a little radio. Go take a piss. Fucking chill out a little bit.
Fuck no.
Get a little attitude adjustments. Maybe go downstairs, get some more beer. Go take a piss. I got this with these guys.
I'm gonna sit here and wait.
Why?
I'll do the dance.
We're
I'll
not
wait.
gonna talk about
I
you.
don't trust you.
I want to get inside your head. What's wrong with the show?
Let's see. Not too much. It just went longer than it should have.
Wait, you mean this show?
This show?
I think it was a good show.
I thought it was all right.
We had a couple dead spots.
I picked up steam as we got drunker, that's for sure.
I think so. We should have finished more of the Christmas songs.
There was a good laugh about like a half hour ago that we should have went out on. I thought
those songs were weird.
So when you hear the replay on Monday at 11, that's where it's going to end.
I almost went like this. But you guys would have thought
there
I was
it
just
is.
a pussy trying to get to my family
moment
stranded
again.
in the city.
And that's the perfect way to go out. We'll be back next week, Saturday, 8 p.m. on the East, 5 p.m. on the West.
Adrian, you want to go home? Me and you will do your show.
I'll do some radio with you.
All right.
Well, that's riveting.
Opie and Adrian show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Actually, I got to go over to Cousin Brucey's channel.
He's been waiting for you.
What channel is he on these days?
The 60s on 6.
60s on 6. All right.
He's you can't miss his studio. It has every photo of him with a celebrity right on the wall there.
I know. Let me hit him with some 60s knowledge. Really fuck his brain up.
Playing the best ass fucking hits of all time right over there.
That's horrible. He's such a nice guy.
I'm trying to get us out on a laugh somehow.
There we go.
It's not going to happen.
Adrian, that's it. Let's just punch out and we're done. See you next week.
that's all the time we have. Follow the guys on Twitter and Instagram at eRock Radio and at Geek Stuff OG. eRock Radio and at Geek Stuff OG. The show should be back next week, right here on Opie Radio.